Hey, hey, SBG solution-based gang, like, share, subscribe. Say no to rim, brothers, mothers, fear and sell no good suckers. Hype him up, hype him up. Shouts out Sharon Bracy in the wildest wake up morning show salute. Big dog, shout out to the lurk. PH, Diva, salute. Brownsville, SBG solution based gang.
Let's go. Good day, everyone. How are we doing today? Sheesh. Man, oh man. Interesting times. It is interesting times. I promise you. Thank you. Shout out to Raspberry Beret. Yes, good looking out. Thank you so much. Rather with the $2 support. Thank you so much. That means a lot. For support. Appreciate it. Let's go. Good day, Ms. J. How you doing, CJ Brooks? Man, oh man. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. You know I gotta drink the tears. Ooh. Delicious. They are delicious. Whew. So I've been hearing it's been going wild. No, and I gotta do some things. Let me add some I gotta add some descriptions. I gotta tag the Untouchables Team Fatty for hosting this super panel. What? Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Shout out to Miss J with the $2 super sticker. Thank you so much. It means so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It means a lot. It really does. Y'all don't understand. It really means a lot. Thank you. I almost did. I was like, no, I'm gonna get my black ass home. I be tired. I be walking too goddamn much. We did some miles. I did some miles today, goddamn it. We did some miles today. What was great. While I was walking and everything with the children, I was having a good time with the children. I was just scrolling through when I had a little bit of time, and I see Trey over there. He had a couple of people up there. Him and a few men up there on the panel talking. And then they brought up the show that we was on, talking about men. And I find it so interesting, man. I find it very interesting. Yes, Ms. J. I find it so interesting. The very men that want to be praised, they do not praise the very men that is doing the utmost, that is out there grinding. It's so interesting to me. So I had to hit the pin. I was like, yo, bro, why y'all be acting like I'm doing something to y'all? All the shit that y'all be talking, I'm that dude. But y'all want to argue and complain and cry about it. Then when I come on y'all panels, I do X, Y, and Z. Y'all always say yes. But somehow y'all have some kind of, I don't know what that shit is. I do not understand what the F is y'all problem. Why are y'all so bitch made? I don't get it. But one thing I do know, when I show up on that ass, they don't have all that goddamn smoke for me. They don't be having all that smoke that they be saying they have. They be like, oh, see, men like this. Men like that. I don't understand why men. Then when I come up on a panel, I start talking to them. All of a sudden, they're like, no, I agree with that, Sharon. Sharon, no, that makes sense. Like, I don't even really be bothering y'all. Y'all want to pander to men? Go ahead, and I'll let y'all pander in peace. You could turn the fan a little bit, sweetheart. With your hands. Turn it from the bottom. Yes. Yeah, go right there. That's good. Not directly on me, but turn it back that way just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. Thank you. You understand what I'm saying? So it should be just crazy. The amount of dishonesty that these men be saying is crazy to me. All I want to do is for men to hold the standard that they keep talking about. They keep saying, Sharon, you don't hold women accountable. I thought your whole show, before we get into the review, I thought your whole show was about men cannot be raised by women and a man cannot raise a woman. So if that is the case, and that is your premise, what up, Too Short? If that is your premise, why the hell do you want me to talk to women to tell them how to be a woman? I thought your premise is that the opposite sex cannot teach the other side. I wish these men would make up their goddamn mind. It's sickening. It's a sickness. On one end, they say, hey, the opposite sex cannot raise. It's crazy, but then they want me to go ahead and teach women how to be the woman. Wanda, that should be mind-blowing. They'd be like, I'm like, hey, listen, I talk to men and I talk about men. I talk about all the things that I went through as a young man. And hopefully some other young man comes to that, oh, that's what you went. I didn't know somebody else went through the same thing. Then they want to say, no, but Sharon, talk to the women. I thought y'all premise was that men cannot raise women. That's what y'all told me. Wanda, that's what they told me. I'm just trying to follow along, get along with the get along. That's all I was trying to do, Wanda. I was trying to make some sense of it. But you know, it is what it is sometimes. I don't be understanding it. I don't be understanding, you know, a lot of times. And you know, I could be wrong. And I'm okay with being wrong, you know what I'm saying? I admit I'm wrong in real time. Or you know what? I have some wrong information, or maybe we can meet in the middle. Maybe I'm a little bit off on this part, you know. I'm okay with that. That's how you get better as a human being. Recognize, like, you know what? Maybe I'm a little off. Maybe I got to change a little bit what I'm saying. And I can do that in real time. Maybe that's why I've been married for 15 years. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. But we are going to get into this whole Andrew Wilson, the Untouchables, Team Fatty. They had a panel. They was having a conversation about Carmelo Anthony. And I want to hear the argument. I want to hear what the argument is. I'm curious to see what's going on. Let's get into it.
And then we fill in.
Time to
Go ahead, Andrew.
No, it not only wasn't too much. I think the death penalty is appropriate for a case like this. So, in my opinion, he stabbed an innocent.
That's wow. That's your opening statement. The death penalty. The death penalty for a young 19-year-old that got into other that stabbed somebody one time because man. This is when I don't get it. Like, we know that's too harsh. Everybody know that's too harsh. That's just craziness. The death penalty? The death penalty? This is why these conservatives are cooked. Y'all careers are done. There's no way y'all want justice and fairness if you think this young man deserves the death penalty. Anybody with this same ideology needs to understand that it's flawed. This is not the correct way of thinking at all, not even a little bit. There's something seriously wrong with you. You believe that this case deserved the death penalty. It's something seriously wrong if you think 35 years is appropriate. You have a mental problem.
person in the heart with a knife at a school event. No, it not only wasn't too much. I think the death penalty is appropriate for a case like this. So, in my opinion, he stabbed an innocent person in the heart with a knife at a school event, and that generally leads to, or at least it used to, in a more moral nation, to the electric chair. And that's what I think should have happened personally. But at least life in prison at a minimum. Right now, he can serve 15 years and he's out. That's ridiculous. That's insane. The victim's family, of course, they're deprived from their son for a lifetime.
King Riches, do you agree with Andrew, or do you think it was that will be too much?
Andrew's talking about he believes the death penalty would have been justified. I don't believe that. I think that it's a manslaughter charge. Like, obviously, it was a heinous crime, but I don't think it was in Carmelo's intention to delete the guy. I think that there was a level of conflict between him and these other boys. Now, he made a very, very crucial mistake to use a tool. And obviously, you know, the other boy is deceased. But I think saying that you think the death penalty would have been a better result is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, he just
Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I think I have not watched this video yet, so I don't know what's going to be said. I think the guy King Richards sounds like he's from the UK. But I think he should have laid out an actual argument. All he did was lay out a pin to say that, you know, it's ridiculous, but you should have laid out an argument to why it's ridiculous. So we can actually get some meat and potatoes on what is your reasoning. It is ridiculous, because there's so many reasons why it is a ridiculous sentencing. So hopefully he would get into why it's actually ridiculous. Let's see.
Intentionally stabbed him in the heart.
So is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, he just unintentionally stabbed him in the heart. It was an accident. He didn't.
I never said that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Manslaughter.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that I don't think his. Listen, I'm saying I don't think his intention was to delete the guy.
Oh, so he's so what is your intention when you stab somebody in the heart? Is it to just not kill them, or is it to kill them?
What do you mean what do you mean
if
by
you stabbed a person in the heart? What do you mean? Would you try to convince me that you didn't mean to kill him when you were stabbing him in the heart?
I honestly think that the boy was stupid. I think that it's ridiculous. I don't think that he should have got off. I think that, yeah, of course he had to go to prison for what he did, but I don't think that he premeditated that.
How is it not premeditated if you pull out a knife and stab somebody in the heart, dude? Yes, that's premeditated.
What? Since when that was premeditation? Since when that was premeditation? Can somebody pull up the definition of premeditation? Is premeditation means that you do it in the heat of the moment? Can somebody please pull up the definition of premeditation so I can understand? Maybe Bubba Homeschool could give me the definition. Bubba Homeschool, I know you don't agree that it was premeditation. Because that's ridiculous. Can somebody please in the chat pull up the definition of premeditation? How is this man saying that Carmelo Anthony had premeditation to do this and stab this young man in the heart? So you saying that this young man went to school that day with the thought, yeah, I'm going to put a knife in somebody's heart today? Come on, bruh. That is not possible. Thank you so much, Wanda. Appreciate you. An action that is deliberately planned, calculated, all thought out in advance. So Andrew Wilson, how are you saying that this was premeditated? It describes something done consciously with forethought rather than as an accidental, spontaneous, or impulsive. We can say this was most likely impulsive. We can most likely say this is spontaneous. And we can even possibly say it was accidental. So how is this man? How do people allow this to happen? How do people allow so much backing to somebody disingenuous, dishonest? How? Hopefully I get up, but I know today, absolutely 100%, I'm going to get abundance of 99 cents, likes, and shares. I know hands down that's what's going to happen because it's not possible that somebody that lies this much. Shit.
Was like that where he was obviously the smaller guy, and we know this happens in
what?
Every day. Listen, let me finish what I'm saying before you start
All right,
making
go
sound
ahead,
effects.
man. Go ahead.
Like seriously, like don't do that, innit?
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
that's why.
So like
What am I doing?
Oh, maybe that's why, because he's smoking cigarettes and drinking beer. Yeah, that's the sign of a real help. Yeah. This is so crazy to me. This is so crazy to me. This is so effing crazy to me. Wow. Let's go.
Go ahead.
Let's go on, Mike, and then interrupt it. King reaches, and then when he lands, Andrew Wilson.
Don't do that because
No, King, I'm here to moderate. Don't worry about it. Finish your statement, and then you can go afterwards, and then we move to the bottom.
As I was saying, like at the end of the day, like we wasn't there, you wasn't there. You don't know what was said. You don't know the temperature that or you don't know what was going on. All you know is that, and all you're going off of is that he stabbed the boy. And I understand that. But you're saying that he should have got the death penalty. I just don't agree with it. I don't think he was on some serial killer vibes, like, oh, I'm coming out my house today to take someone's life. I don't think he was that was the situation.
Well, let's
Now,
go.
do I think as a boxer, I'm a fighter. Yeah, I'm somebody that uses my hands. I don't believe in carrying weapons. I don't. So in terms of 35 years, do I think that was he took someone's life. So at the end of the day, if you take someone's life, your life should be ruined, basically. But you're saying the death penalty, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but you see how you never made an actual argument for why. You just vibing it, right? Just my
No, I'm
vibe.
not vibing.
That was kind of funny. He said he just vibed it. In law, premeditation can be moments or seconds before an event. Prove it. Where it says that in law? You're cool. Show me where it says that in law. Thank you so much. Shout out to Love Wizard with the 499 support. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. It means a lot. Thank you. In law, premeditation can be moments or seconds before an event. Prove it. Show me in what law is that. That's crazy. But that is funny. I do have the same critique for King Richie as well, is that you didn't present an argument. And I think it is funny that he thought, you going off the vibe. That is actually kind of funny. Maybe that's the goddamn bear talking. But in fairness, King Richie did not give a goddamn stance on why it is actually unfair. I think he failed in that part. You gotta understand that. Hey, you gotta understand the argument.
I just told you, I don't think you were. I just told you. No. Don't say I'm
One
vibing it. I
second.
don't
Hey,
like
one
that.
second.
I don't like that
Hey,
talk,
1
bro.
second,
Like,
friends. Hey, King,
Calm down.
let him land, and I'll give him a chance to correct him.
My turn.
No,
My
you,
turn. Calm
King,
down.
you will
Don't
have
tell me
the
calm down, bro.
friends.
Don't tell me
Hey,
calm
friends,
down.
we talk. Hey, we talked before the show. If your opponent is committing a mistake, don't interrupt him. Let him land his plane. And King, afterwards, you are left the chance to say he is wrong and this is why. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah. So anyway, all you gave me was vibes. You didn't give me a single argument for why he doesn't deserve the death penalty. You don't think so. Well, that's nice. You also said, well, we don't really know because you weren't there. That's great. We had a trial. That's what that was there for, so that we could discover the facts of the case. And as it turns out in the facts of the case, all that happened was these other kids moved his stuff, and that made him upset, right? They got in each other's faces. There was a moderate shove. He pulled out a knife.
Like, you see how he just like glanced over the part that the shoving part, the touching part, and he also tried to make the premise that it was a moderate shove. How are you going to be the one that's going to determine if it was moderate or not? How are you going to determine if everybody else that was around him was threatening him, screaming and yelling at him, and he didn't feel like it was an heightened sense of danger? It's crazy to me. That's wild. You gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the lengths people will go to. They would say they would give you a false premise, a moderate pushing. What the F you mean, moderate pushing, and you taking my goddamn stuff? It's like, yeah, they grabbed him, they moved, and then you see how he said they just moved his bags, like it was a polite moving of his bags. It wasn't no polite moving of his bags. It wasn't no moderate shove like, hey, we should go this way. He tapped him on the shoulder. It's not what happened. Crazy. How far they go.
Stabbed him in the heart. Now you say, well, that's not premeditated. The second you go for a weapon, pull it out and stab somebody, you are making the conscious premeditated decision to kill them. By the way, in the state that they were in, when it comes to,
and again, that's another false premise. That is another false premise. Because premeditation doesn't have anything to do with spontaneous. He felt his life was in danger. So again, this man making a false premise to what's going on. All right, so now Bubba, he gave us a real day. So even so, like, him bringing up premeditation is a fallacy in itself, because according to Bubba Homeschool, Texas law does not distinguish between premeditated and non-premeditated M1. Simple and plain. The Chatter King, what I do know is what I'm witnessing and what I'm hearing right now. And what I'm hearing right now is Andrew saying a bunch of BS. That's what I'm hearing in the current state.
Murder, they don't even make those distinctions. They don't even do that. There's like, look, if it's the case in Texas that you murder them under whatever the circumstances are, premeditated or not, it's the same penalty. So you don't even know what the facts are of the case. You don't know what you're talking about, dude.
King, and interrupted, please.
At the end of the day, as I said, I don't think the boy's intention was to delete the guy. I think that there was an altercation, and I felt that, and I think that he probably was feeling like, I'm the smaller guy. There's more of them. He was in their like environment, their tent or whatever. He probably was scared and thinking, oh, I'm gonna get beat up. I've got to do what I've got to do. But I don't think that his mindset was, I want to delete the guy. That's what I honestly believe. And somebody like me who's been in a lot of situations, bro, like sometimes you'll make stupid decisions that you will regret later. I'm sure the boy regrets it, but I don't think that he premeditated that I want to take this boy's life. I think that he was in altercation. And you're saying the trial, we have all the facts. You don't have all the facts because you don't know who's lying. You don't know what pieces of information is left out. We don't know. All we're going off of is what these people said. They came to court and said, and that's it. You still wasn't there. You still don't know 1,000% what happened. You only know
all you're doing
certain parts that you know.
All you're doing is making a gaps argument. You don't know for sure 1,000% anything by the same exact logic.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Hang on, relax. You don't know anything.
Don't tell me to don't do that passive aggressive. Relax.
This show gonna be turned up. I can tell already. Love Wisdom with the $9.99. I have Carmelo fatigue. Too many folks are being obtuse and cowardly. It's a clear case of self-defense. And folks are bringing up false pretenses. We have a society of smart, dumb people. Damn. God damn. Yeah. Yeah, Link. He's still a thing. Yeah, hell yeah, he's still a thing. Shout out to Love. Thank you so much, Love. It is. I didn't? God damn. All right, Dallas. Let me let it play some more. That's crazy.
I'm not. It's not. It's aggressive.
You've never seen me upset in your life.
Nothing passive
You've never
about
seen
it.
me upset in your life.
You've
never seen me upset in your life. So don't tell me, relax,
okay.
I'm relaxed, I'm calm.
Can I get 3 words out without you interrupting?
This is me normal.
And losing your mind?
This is me being normal, bro.
You're good. Then just normally
you don't
be
need to keep
so
telling
I
me
can
to
make
relax.
my point. Can you normally be
yeah,
quiet?
cool. Don't tell me to relax because I'm relaxed. I'm
okay.
calm.
Chill out, bro. Whatever you want me. Whatever you want me to say.
That. Just
that is kind of funny. Even though that is very, those are very little subtle things that they do, right? They try to use your type of. He went from relax to chill out, bro. Now you want to use some fake ass slang. This is the things that they do, man. This is the things that they do. But I'm starting to believe that I'm going to have to start figuring out how to be more dishonest on these goddamn YouTube streams because people don't really respect the honesty for real, for real. I don't know. I don't get it. But hey, listen, these degenerate gaslighting dudes, they be getting plenty of love. I wonder if Gail going to send me 99 cents. I didn't see Gail send me 99 cents in about 10 years. Hopefully Gail can show me. Shadow, who was wrong? What did he say?
What you're saying?
You have to close your mouth, dude.
Hey, friends. One second, friends. 1 second. Hey, friends. If somebody tells you to relax, you know what it means. It's for you to get agitated. Don't fall for it, please. Okay? Calm down, relax. Calm down, relax. Don't fall for it. If somebody tells you to calm down, it's for you to control yourself.
Right, he can just carry on with what he's saying. Don't need to keep telling me.
How am I supposed to do that when you can't close your yap? You can't close your mouth to let me do a sentence.
It's totally fine. Let me bring Mr.
Like I don't interrupt you and you just can't close your mouth for 5 seconds.
Let me bring Mr. Fantastic.
You wouldn't talk like that. You wouldn't talk like that.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Time Wilds. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that.
Yes, indeed.
Serious impulse control issues.
You wouldn't talk like this in person, but carry on in it.
Oh, so you're gonna beat me up now?
I'm just saying it's unrealistic.
I'm not violent. And
unrealistic. Show him your boxing skills, King Riches. But don't forget, he from Florida. I guarantee you this, King Riches. That man right there, he would use Florida law to the utmost. He wouldn't try to, if you go to him with your fist, he is not going to go back at you with his fist. Shout out to Dallas. Thank you so much, Dallas. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the Dallas super sticker. Appreciate that. I know that I don't want to say a fact, but that man is from Florida. King Richard used to take a flight, hop over the pond, and used to threaten him with your fists. He ain't going to try to fight back with his fists. I'll tell you that. So it's very interesting to hear.
So you're going to beat me up now?
I'm just saying, it's unrealistic.
I'm not violent. And if you say I am, I'll kick your ass.
Unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
I'm not
You
violent,
would just be
but I'll
normal.
kick your ass.
Everyone would be normal. Everyone would be normal.
Yeah,
that's
then
what I'm
just be
saying to you.
normal. Be normal.
So why do you need to keep saying calm down? I'm saying I'm calm, and you keep saying it over and over again to be
Okay, fellas, we got through that. Fatty just coached you through that. That part is over.
antagonizing.
Because the other
You're trying
person
to
won't shut up.
antagonize, like,
Then
calm.
you tell them to calm
And now
down.
you're saying shut up and all of this. Like, bro, when you tell someone to shut up, what do you expect?
You still won't
expect them
calm
to be
down.
like, oh, okay,
I
yeah,
didn't tell you to shut up. I asked you to relax.
And then you said close your mouth and all this kind of antagonizing.
Later, because you won't.
Just
you won't,
carry
you won't
on
let
with
somebody
what
talk.
you're saying, bro. I'm gonna stop.
Is
talking,
anybody but
carry
you
on
allowed
with
to
what
talk
you
this
got to say.
entire panel?
I'm gonna stop talking. Carry on with
you
what you want to say.
filibustering. Yeah, great. So all you have to do is just let me speak. So anyway, when it comes to the things that you just said, there's a whole bunch of rebuttals to them. The first thing is like, sure, you can't know anything 1,000%.
I'm not sure,
guess. Great. The purpose for a trial is so that we can discover facts about the
I
trial.
might start doing
discover
it.
the facts about the trial, but we go based on the evidence, and we do have compelling evidence that there was no justification whatsoever for Carmelo Anthony to pull a folding knife out of his pocket and stab the other kid in the heart. We have good, compelling evidence for that. So, by the way, the jury agrees with me, and the judge agreed, handed him down 35 plus years. So, what do you mean?
Cool statement.
So it wasn't a judge; it was a jury in Texas, as you said, right? The judge didn't really give the sentencing. The jury.
Okay, let's see, Mr. Fantastic, hold it down for the black community and say that we need a fair trial. Let's see. Hopefully, Mr. Fantastic is going to hold the black community down and say that that young man needs a fair trial. Who thinks? Who believes? Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all believe Mr. Fantastic is going to hold it down for the black community and say Carmelo needs a fair trial. Let's see.
We decided it.
2 if not.
Second thing, yeah, you're right about the premeditation and things not being necessary or needed. But being that the judge and the prosecution considered manslaughter, it leans to the fact of the matter that they were considering that it could have possibly been manslaughter also. Even though, of course, there was the worst possible outcome, man. I didn't see him. I definitely saw him getting time, but I saw him getting maxed out at the manslaughter 20-year rate. At the same time, though, 35 years ain't 99, right? Oh, and as far as the death penalty, it was never on the table because he was a minor. Even though they're trying him as an adult, he can't receive the death penalty. If we're going to, properly talk about the state of Texas and the parameters that were in the case. And again,
Okay. So Fantastic thing, he should have got the max 20 years. Ooh, that's a lot. Shout out to the gal. Thank you so much, the gal. He said for the daily entertainment, it's all love. I appreciate that, gal. Thank you so much. All right, so Mr. Fantastic is at least he's not saying 35 years, and he is saying that he should have got manslaughter, and he believed that he should have got the max for manslaughter. So let's see where he's going with this.
There are very, very unfortunate things, right? Again, when we start talking premeditation, be it necessary or not, the clear understanding of it is, hey, I'm going to kill somebody today. I don't think that Carmelo Anthony came out of his house saying, I'm going to kill a white person, I'm going to kill Austin Metcalf or anything today. He made the worst.
Shout out to the Chatter King. Chatter King, I see you over there supporting. Salute to you. Make sure you support over here as well with 99 cents. That's all I'm asking for. It's $1 from the Chatter King, because I haven't seen you send $1 in over 5 years, Chatter King. So if you can you please, Mr. Chatter King, send 99 cents. I will appreciate you, Chatter King.
Possible decision and had the worst possible outcome. Actually, I just learned this a week ago. I think they say it's less than 10% of people that get stabbed die from stabbings. Okay. Now, of course, stabbings are far more lethal ways.
Okay. So now that's an interesting point, right? So that means that if far less people actually die from being stabbed, then therefore now, Andrew, you cannot say that when you go ahead and stab somebody that you want to just kill them. Is that correct? Because stabbings end up way less fatal than anything else. So you cannot say that he had the premeditated thought that he was going to take a life that day because he pulled out a knife and stabbed. Because majority of the time, people that get stabbed, especially one time, they don't pass away.
Of ending an altercation or dealing in an altercation than fighting, and I would have suggested, or I would have definitely preferred him fight it out with his hands than use a weapon. And this is why you don't bring weapons, a knife to a fist fight, because stuff like this can happen. So is 35 years too much? Being that he got found guilty for murder, no, it's not too much at all, because he could have got 99 years. They could have maxed him out. So, despite
that is I had hope. I had hope. What is this? It's a great question right now. That is a great question right now, because this is absolutely insane. That's what this is. That is actually insane what he just... Shout out to Kills with the fire. Nightish got flamed by Angry Man, and Nightish ain't went live yet. Or is it? I don't know. It's like a crying emoji. Shout out to Kills. Thank you so much, Kills. Also, shout out to Ishatira. Good day to you. Thank you so much for the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And man, I had hope for Mr. Fantastic. I was hoping that he was just going to stand on the ground and say, hey, 35 is too much. But no, he went backwards and said he could have got 99 years. Plus a kid that have no record. Like, come on, this kid is not somebody that is in the street, King Vonning it up. He out here trap housing. He's selling drugs, babysitting, selling weed, all in the same house. That's not what this young man is doing. They acting as if this young man steal cars, sell weed, sell cocaine, do drive-bys, and babysit all in the same house. And acting like the feds don't know when to kick the door. And that is not what's going on here with this young man. That's wild that you think that this man should have got 35 years, somebody that never did anything. That's a wild statement to say, man.
Despite feeling like it was more towards the manslaughter, because I don't think that, that he's not this fucking ninja assassin that knows exactly where the heart is and aimed directly for the heart and stabbed the boy. I think it's very, very, again, he shouldn't have used a knife in the first place, but it was the worst possible outcome that it was. And being that he could have got 99 years and he didn't even get half of that, 35 years and then eligibility of parole at 17 and a half, that's more than reasonable. I'm done.
Damn. So
I don't know. Is it my turn for rebuttal? Because I saw someone.
We don't know. Hopefully, we can get up to. Hopefully, we have 50 likes. I'm pretty sure we have 50 likes at the moment. Can somebody please check the likes for me? Everybody that forgot to hit the like button, please. This is your opportunity. Please hit the like button now. I appreciate y'all.
Anybody else up on the screen? I'm not sure. I'm just trying to follow the rules. Okay, gotcha. Well, there's an olive branch here. There's some things that I agree with you on. So the first point, when you're asking about the death penalty, you're right. It wasn't on the table. They were asking what should have happened. This, to me, is a hypothetical about idealism. You're asking, ideally, what would you want?
Hey, Shiesty, it's all good for everybody else to be a part of these goddamn situations, except for my black ass. I'll go to somebody else's channel. They're like, oh, Sharon, what you doing there? You know how it is, Shiesty. Yeah. That is Taz cammed up as well. That's Taz cammed up on Fatty channel. And I'm pretty sure he's about to hold it down. But we need more likes. Shiesty Bump, when they show, hey, Shiesty, you know how it is. You know how they be hating on your boy for no reason. Hey, Shiesty Bump, maybe they hate on you because we got the same initials, SB. Shiesty Bump, Sharon Bracy, maybe that's why. Maybe, God damn it, Shiesty. You my baby girl after all.
Want to have seen in a case like this, I don't think the death penalty would be off the table from my moral view. You're right, and the facts that wasn't on the table as far as sentencing goes. However, life imprisonment, I think, was actually on the table as far as sentencing goes. I think it was. Am I incorrect there?
Yeah, you're incorrect. Like it was maxed out at 99 years, but they can't give
That's
him
life.
Because, well, no. Even still, he has the ability. Well, technically, you're right.
It's life.
But yeah. So 99 years would be life for all
That's
intents and
life.
purposes. But by the letter of the law, he can't be given life in prison.
Because, like, what would he be? 116? Right?
Yeah, he
It's
has.
like,
But you're right. You're correct. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, going by the actual statutes and things, he has to be the eligibility of parole, being that even though they tried him as an adult, he was a minor when the offense occurred. My bad. So yeah, technically you're right. That would definitely be life.
So again, olive branch there. No disagreement there, but I do think that they could have given him a much more rigid sentence. I would have been fine with it. I would have been fine with the 90.
He'd have been fine with 99 years. It's crazy. Link PH Diva is through with black men for the meantime. We got to give her some time to cool down, but she is tired of us black asses. God damn it. So she through with us. PH Diva said, I'm through with you black asses. I'm tired of y'all shit. Y'all don't listen. Yeah. So she needs some time. She'll come back when she's ready. No, you can't control Diva. Diva gonna do what Diva does. God damn it. She out here living her best life. Trust me when I tell you. PH Diva is living her best life, chilling like a villain. You know what I'm saying? She just chilling. Shout out to Living Humbly. Thank you so much, Living Humbly. He said support. Thank you so much, Living Humbly. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Shizzy Diva out there living her best life. She chilling. Shout out to PH Diva. Love you, girl.
9 years if they could have done it. And when it comes to this idea, though, one of the things that you said here that I do take issue with is when you're talking about the stabbing itself. You don't think that he purposely was setting out to kill him. You said 10% of stabbing victims only die, which, by the way, is still really high.
Yo, Taz is ready to flip out, it looks like.
High, just so you know, 10% is still enormously high. When it comes to a thing that kills you, if 10% of the activities that you do would kill you, you would avoid those 10%, right? So when we're talking about this,
buddy,
it's actually...
I worked on no. I worked in the most dangerous place on the planet, bro, for
Where?
like substantial military carrier flight deck.
I don't think that has a 10% mortality rate. I'd be willing to bet right now.
Well, I'm just telling you that it's the most, like, top 5, no less than top 5. Most
but I'd be willing to bet you that it's not even close to a 10% mortality. Not even in the same universe.
So what would be? Give me an occupation.
God damn. He folded like a goddamn lawn chair. God damn. You couldn't even stretch it out, Mr. Fantastic. You folded like a goddamn lawn chair. Shit, that was a quick fold. The gal with $5. If it was the black kid who was stabbed by the white boy in the same scenario, will we feel the same way about sentencing? Just wondering. So what I say to that, the gal, is that, number one, we've never seen that actually happen in the history. In the history of the court system, we have not seen nobody get over sentenced that was a different hue than us. So that's the issue that we are having with when we had that question, Gail. So, but if it was, let's just go with if. If your auntie was an uncle, it'll be a man. However, I think we'd have been saying that, hey, that sentencing is crazy. And we would have been like, I think we'd have been highly surprised that somebody gets sentenced that much. And I think people will still say, damn, that was a lot. That's excessive. I just think the black community wouldn't be talking about it so much because we don't really talk about them that much. So we won't be talking about it as much. However, we would have still said, God damn, because black folks are the most critical about anything that happens to somebody black. Literally, somebody ran down and chased a young black boy that didn't do anything. He got chased down the block and shot in his back. And it's still black folks being critical of the young black boy. So I still think if that was reversed, it'll be a lot of black, especially the black conservative, would have been saying, no, that young white man got too much. They're saying that young white boy was a good kid. He had a 3.7 GPA. He was a part of the track team. He saved some people's lives. All the things that we saying that is good for Carmelo, all these black conservatives would have been saying the same thing for a young white young male if it was in the same thing but reverse. So that's my opinion on that, Gail. Hopefully that answers your question. Thank you so much for the contribution.
There will be a 10% mortality.
I don't think that there are many occupations that would, which is why I'm saying that if it has a 10% mortality rate, you'd avoid it like the plague, because the chance of it killing you are so outrageously high. So you try to minimize by saying it's 10%, but that's actually really high. If I were to give you 10 jelly beans and say one of these will kill you, would you pick and eat one? No, right? That's still astronomical odds when you think about it. So that's the first thing that I'll take issue with. The second is when you say, well, he didn't intend to kill him, then why did he aim for the chest? Why not go for the leg? Why not go for the arm? Why not go for those things? Why would you stab in the chest? The chest is the area that you would normally go to if you wanted to kill somebody. That's not the area that you would go to if you didn't. Slashing an arm, going for the leg, going for the arms, things like this, going for the neck or chest, that looks like something that has the intent for a killing blow, from my opinion and from my view.
No, I agree with that. But again, that's what I'm saying. And being to the evidence has been presented.
Okay, so Andrew's acting as if he didn't do the research, but I'm pretty sure he did, because it is zero. It has no job currently has a 10% mortality rate. If any occupation had a 1 in 10 chance of death, it will quickly be deemed illegal or impossible to staff, at least in the United States. The deadliest civilian careers have fatality rates of roughly 110 to 135 deaths per 100,000 workers. The most hazardous professions is logging workers, fishing and hunting workers, roofers, structural iron and steel workers, which I work on roofs and I work on structural iron. So I need to get my black ass out the goddamn construction world. So he is correct. There is no job on the planet in the United States that has that high of a mortality rate. Not even close. Not even close. All right, let's keep it moving.
In it, I can't say his intention or intent as far as the direction or like the location, but it seems to me like that was just the thing that was most likely or right there as the way it's described or whatnot. Like I said, at the end of the day, I don't believe he should have used the knife in the first place. But it's the fact of the matter that people do things all the time in a violent nature, in a violent manner, without the intention of killing people, and they end up dead. And I'm thinking that's what happened in this situation.
I don't disagree with you in a sense that, yes, people can engage in conflict with each other where they don't intend to kill the other person. This happens accidentally with fists, with feet, in aggressive, fights at a club.
And clearly with knives, bottles.
Or bar accidents like that do occur. I think that there's a distinction to be made here when you pull out a folding knife, right? You still have it half folded before you stab at the chest region. That to me looks like intent. If it was,
I agree with that as well, Live It Humbly. That is a strong possibility that his own body force helped create all of that goddamn impact.
It was me, and we, let's say we were in a bar and we ended up in some sort of conflict, and I pulled out a knife, slashed at your arm, slashed at your leg, something like this. Later told the police, hey, I was just trying to get away from the situation, or it was so aggressive, I was trying to get out of it without killing the guy. That sounds a lot more believable than, but I pulled it out and stabbed him right in the chest in the heart region. That seems to me like I'm trying to kill you, right?
No, I agree. And my only thing would be for that.
Damn, folded like a futon again. Shit.
Is that, unfortunately, this is the first time he stabbed someone, and as far as we know, he has any history of violence and so on and so forth. And I'm not going to say ignorance and so on and so forth. Again, I just don't. I just, like you said, I don't think it was the thing to where, to a kid, a knife is, stab, slash, all these different things. It was just the worst possible fucking location, bro. And like I said, from the way that it was described by the coroner, it was the worst possible way. Even the entry wound of the knife.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone worse.
So that's all I'm saying, man. Again, at the end of the day, I don't agree with him using a knife in a fist fight.
But let me just tie it off with this, because I think we do agree, but maybe we can tie it off with a lot more agreement. If I said in my defense, I slashed at his leg and it hit his femoral artery, and I clearly wasn't intending to do that because I was slashing at the leg and I thought that that's a non-lethal area. Doesn't that sound way more believable than I wasn't trying to kill him, but I stabbed him in the chest area?
Lincoln, you are hilarious. Which white boy you talking about, Link?
The biggest, and that's the biggest thing, and I think that's what gave him what it was: the injury, the positioning of the injury, and all the things and so on and so forth. When you hear the coroner say he pretty much died instantaneously, there was no way for him to even be resuscitated if they were.
Tommy, what the hell are you talking about? I'm talking about how quickly he is to fold on. He ain't folded on just facts. He just folded on anything. He not even challenging anything that man. He taking everything that man saying for a fact. That's what I'm calling folded. He didn't say, you know what? Let me go check it up. Let me research it. He say something, and then he said, you know what? I agree. That's folding. He didn't go double check. He just took what the man said for a fact. He didn't go look it up himself. That is what I'm calling folding, Mr. Tommy. Why are you acting like that man didn't just fold as soon as he said, no, that's not what it is? Maybe because it's his tone. I don't know. Maybe because he smokes cigarettes, or maybe because he's drinking Miller Lite beer, or maybe because it's the hue. I don't know, Tommy. I don't know. Maybe it's the hue. But all I'm saying, he didn't fact check Andrew with nothing so far. Anytime Andrew challenged him, he said, okay, so that's folding. Like a lawn chair. Like a futon. What else folds? Like your socks, Tommy, that you still wear because your fans say you still wear them when you be doing, you know what you be doing.
Wanted to. I think that's what got him the level of what he got.
Phones.
Yeah, then I think we have more agreement than we don't, honestly.
Yeah.
Test, please, uninterrupted. And friends, if I show a cash app in the
maybe now this is the main
camera,
event.
don't
Maybe
stop
now
talking, okay?
this is
I'm
the
just
main
acknowledging
event.
the fans. Thank you very much to the 900 people watching, plus the people on Andrew Wilson's side. We appreciate y'all.
I think there's 10,000 over here today.
Yes, you are not famous at all, sir. Thank you very much once again. I hope y'all having fun. Support the content creators that y'all watching, respectively. Everyone in the chat.
And by the way, to my chat, remember, people who host us and are kind to us, we're kind back. Make sure you go over to this channel, send in the super chats. Show
that's a little too much information, Tommy. But make sure y'all hit the like button, because I believe we still didn't get to 50 likes. I'm pretty sure that I'm just entertaining you so much that you forgot to hit the like button. So please do it now and hit the like button. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Hit the share button as well.
Support for people who are willing to platform us and allow us to debate on their platforms.
Thank you very much for the kindness, Andrew. Appreciate that. Tess, uninterrupted, please. What do you think? 35 years was too much, or you actually have a different idea?
It's definitely too much. So I understand why he got 35 years. The inadequate defense that he was given is why he got 35 years. I'm actually of the belief that he shouldn't have got.
All I brought was you folded us some goddamn socks, goddamn it. Shit. Hey, listen, now I know I would never bring up socks again while you're around.
At any time, I do believe that as the innocent party just sitting there,
and that's how you start an argument. You actually put building an argument. You're not just saying, I feel, I think. No, you're saying, hey, I believe that he was sitting there. That's how you build. So King Riches, hopefully you're taking notes on how to build a argument that you can actually get pushed back on. Shout out to Phil James one with the 999. Kenneth Mason Holman, 2026. In February 2026, a 38-year-old Kenneth Mason Holman was sentenced to 40 years in prison in Tyler, Texas. Holman accepted a plea deal after attacking and fatally stabbing. God damn. 38 years old. We don't have to look that up. Thank you so much, Phil James. We're going to have to look this case up. We're going to have to look this one up. Shout out to Phil James. We're going to make sure we check and look into that case. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Something to compare it to.
Aggressor is the person that walked up to him and put their hands on him. And so if anything, he should be home free right now. And that boy is where he deserves to be for putting his hands on someone who didn't touch him first.
Damn.
So you're making, oh, I'm sorry.
There's your statement. Do you have, like you, Andrew, you can rebuttal that. Yes, absolutely.
No, I mean, there's nothing here to rebut. This is.
So, right. So it's nothing to rebut. So therefore you agree. If it ain't nothing to rebut, possibly. I don't know. Maybe you agree that Carmelo was sent down, that somebody came up to him, was aggressive towards him, pushed him, and then he attempted to defend himself a little too recklessly. So I agree with the reckless endangerment and all those type of things. He shouldn't have pulled out a knife and all. I can agree with all those things. But 30, you talking about 99 years, that is insanity. Makes no goddamn sense. So we're going to see how this goes. Okay. Says no rebuttal.
Wait, first of all, you say it's an inadequate defense, but you give no.
Okay, he says there's no rebuttal, but yet he's going to rebuttal somehow. Okay.
Examples of how the defense was inadequate. You just say that it was. Assertions that are made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence, and you provided none. You didn't even provide a single example of how the defense itself is.
So he said examples. Hold on, let me bring that back. Excuse me? Because you brought up examples without any goddamn proof as well.
How the defense was inadequate. You just say that it was. Assertions that are made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence, and you.
And so, therefore, anything that you brought up assertions without evidence. You said, I'm not going to remit. That's just crazy.
Provided none. You didn't even provide a single example of how the defense itself
I
is
can give
inadequate.
you the
Hang on. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you once. Just
it's fine. Let him land, and then you got it.
And then I promise I'll let you say whatever you need to. Right. So I want to hear out what you have to say, but I'm going to also make my adamant defenses here. So you didn't provide any adequate or any examples of inadequate defense. That's the first thing. The second thing is when you're talking about self-defense itself, you say he put his hands on him. You do realize that in most states you have some sort of escalation policy which occurs, which means that you have to have some sort of clear and present danger to your life. Carmelo Anthony himself and the witnesses there seem to think that that was not the case at all, that it did not justify pulling out a folding knife and stabbing him in the chest. If I were to say that he pulled out a gun and shot him in the chest after it was the case that he got shoved, would you say that that was equally justified?
What's the purpose of bringing up these what ifs? There's no need to bring up a what if. For what reason? It's a stupid argument.
The laws need to demonstrate what actually happened, again, which is a young man who sat there and was aggressed by another young man, responded to being pushed. And so those examples you're looking for, one of them would be this idea that Carmelo called all of them pussies, but when he was questioned on cross-examination, that wasn't in any 2025 reporting. There is nothing that denoted that Carmelo Anthony was an aggressor in any of the early reports. So these newfound stories and testimonies that we see in 2026, those are inconsistencies that were dealt with inadequately by the defense. Now, if you wanted me to give you the examples of inadequacies, I could have. Don't just imply that I didn't. I was just giving.
Woo! That's how you come. Link said, "Are you taking bounties or what?" I'm attempting not to have bounties on the chat. God damn it! I am a capitalist though, so I gotta rethink it, Link. Let me get through the goddamn. Let me get through the review first, and let me think about it, Link. Sheesh. Shout out to Taz. That's how you cook, Taz.
You an opening statement.
Okay, but you didn't, and now you've given me one, and yet
Would you like another? Would you like another?
Under the witness statement? Well, let's refute one at a time.
Okay.
Under the witness statement of the provocation, the witness stated that after Anthony was repeatedly asked to leave the Memorial High School tent during the rain day, he refused, became hostile, saying, "I'm not leaving. Fuck you all." The slur, witnesses say that he then called the surrounding student athletes a bunch of pussies who were not going to do nothing about it. That's what the witness testimony showed that came out in the trial. So that is what the evidence is that we have on record. I don't know what evidence you're referring to, because it sounds like, hang on, almost done. And then I promise you can respond. And then secondarily, he didn't actually answer.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Link, you want a bounty Andrew? You want a bounty Andrew Wilson, the video that I'm reviewing? That is hilarious. Link, is that what you're talking about? Oh, Link, that is hilarious. I didn't know you meant the bounty, the white boy on the. I'm reviewing. I can't. I cannot travel back in time. God damn it. Oh, Link, that is funny as hell. God damn.
Answer my question. What would be the distinction had he been there with a Glock concealed, and then this guy shoved him in the shoulder, he pulled out the Glock and shot him in the chest? Why would that be a distinction in your mind?
So I want to make sure we're doing this one at a time. So let's deal with what you just read. What you just read, again, was debunked on cross-examination, because until you show me something from 2025 that says Carmelo said these things, this is new testimony as highlighted by the defense in cross-examination. So whatever you're reading, can you continue reading it to let these people know what was said under cross-examination?
Yeah, I'll continue to read it. During cross-examination, the defense tried to discredit the claim by pointing out that the students did not include Anthony's cursing or slurs in their initial written statement. That's what you're referring to, right?
Absolutely.
But the jury ultimately found that the verbal provocation accounts were very credible and rejected the self-defense argument. They rejected it.
Right, because the reason why they rejected it is possibly because the young man got railroaded. Because they don't want to deal in the facts. Oh, man.
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
Bounty for Andrew. God damn it. Shout out to everybody spot. Oh shit, that is funny as hell. Y'all are too much. Ah. Hey, Davey, I'll give you this, Davey. If you send me $20, Davey, I'll definitely change the topic, Davey. All right, so y'all don't want to hear Taz and Andrew Wilson have a conversation. Okay. Who would you like to hear have a conversation then? All right. All right, so he's bounty for 15 minutes. Yeah, I guess you can put my phone on the charger for a couple of minutes as well. Yeah, thank you. All right, so y'all bouncing. What y'all want to talk about now?
Statement when those people were calling you like racial slurs, that if they did that to your face, you do what? Like, what is the moral high ground that you have for literally like tell that kid that if you do this to me or what? Like, what is the difference between both of the cases?
I don't really understand your question.
So there was like people.
Damn. God damn, what you mean? What you mean you didn't understand the question? He already got smoke for right. How you gonna come to the panel and then act like you don't understand the man? God damn, you understand how foreigners talk. Why he acting like he don't understand accents all of a sudden? Boy, if you don't sit your silly ass down, who the hell you think you is?
Are accusing you on X, like you say, words shouldn't matter. People shouldn't be riled up when people get in each other's faces and all that. And then, like, you have videos, or especially a particular video, where you are talking about people that are kind of like harassing you, and you are saying, if y'all did this to me, I will do that to y'all. Like, what is like? Why do you get the benefit of the doubt and you get sympathy from people? Yeah, this is clearly acceptable. And when something happens like this, you kind of like fall back and you don't understand the reaction to what caused that.
I don't know what particular instance you're talking about specifically. I don't know. But what I will say is I think, violence should be avoided at almost every situation and should only be used as a last resort to defend yourself from, obviously some kind of serious bodily injury or death.
Yeah, but so once again, friends, I don't want y'all to think this is ambush or something. I want y'all to own your words and be consistent. Let's see what happened there.
Guys, the truth, even if it
Okay. All right. Let me see. Fatty with the goddamn receipts. Just my 4 cents. Do blacks? That's crazy. Do blacks? I almost bit my tongue just even saying do blacks. That shit is just crazy to me. Like, I literally almost bit my tongue trying to even communicate in this manner. Do blacks realize the statement? He put his hands on me. Doesn't sound violent. Other races of people would simply say, he attacked me. Big difference. It is not actually a big difference because that's what it means. Somebody say, I'm going to put hands on you means you're attacking. You're going to attack the person. It's just the way how we communicate. I think people should not always police the way how black folks communicate. When we say put hands on you, that means we are going to attack you. So if I say I'm going to put hands on you, that means I'm going to attack you. And I get it. Y'all want to try to make it seem like we have to change our English to make other people feel okay? No, we're not going to do it. You know exactly what it means. Stop acting as if we have to be. Listen, I'm going to say tooken. I don't give a damn if it's taken. Kiss my ass or what? Thank you. Just my 4 cents. I appreciate that.
doesn't fucking benefit me. It does not benefit me to say anything negative about blacks. It does not benefit me to be critical of Islam. It doesn't. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of hate for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat talking about haram, haram this, haram that. You're a kafir that, murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely disrespectful shit that they would never fucking say to me in person. Ever. Because they know that it would be...
Does
Oh, shout out to Mott. Shout out to DCW 029905 becoming a new YouTube member. Thank you so much. That's what I'm saying, Mott. Yeah, Sharon. Yeah, but Sharon is colloquial. You know these multiple syllable words be kicking my ass, man. We should speak that way, amping us, but not when arguing a case. Okay. That might be fair. Just, I understand it. Just my 4 cents and I could understand, but we ain't afraid no more. That's it. We ain't going. This is the way how we communicate. That's what it is. When a goddamn if an African booty scratchers come in and he says, hey, F you and your dirty eyeball, we're gonna understand what he's saying. We ain't gonna go and try to correct them and say, no, that's not how you say it. So stop trying to correct us. This is all I'm saying. It's how we communicate. It's how we communicate. Let's see how Myron responds. He's saying that if people are using words, you should not be threatening to punch them and do all these things. And when somebody is using words against him in real time on his own show, Myron is threatening to punch people. He said, if you was to say that in my face, I will punch you. I would, let me use the words that y'all want me to use. I will attack you first, even though you didn't touch me. You use certain words that is disparaging me. I will use my hands to contact your body. Is that better? That's what Myron just said.
Doesn't that contradict what you said, that violence is the last resort and all that?
I'm glad that you brought that up.
Go ahead.
So that's in context of a lot of people. I get death threats all the fucking time, obviously, by being the person I am and having the views that I have. Mm-hmm. So this was during a period where I was talking and being critical about praying at Times Square being like retarded and not an intelligent thing to do in the United States.
This man used a lot of problematic words. This man used a lot of problematic words. Hey, the words by this man being said, I'm just reviewing a show. I didn't have time to go and edit out all the nonsense words that this man is using. So I apologize to anybody that it offends. I'm not attempting to offend anybody. But this is ridiculous. He said he is a wild cowboy. Clearly he's doing it on purpose. But damn, how many trigger words are you going to use? And this is a interesting. Why nobody gets upset with somebody like Myron Gaines and say, hey, you are not using the English dictionary very well, sir. You saying a lot of words that is just not good for discussions. Don't say that on the chat, Ms. Jada, because you know the algorithm is watching.
So that's what I was referring to. And obviously I get hundreds, if not thousands of death threats from weirdos from all different walks of life, whether it's, angry Muslims, angry blacks, angry, the Jews. Everybody gets pissed off at me for the views that I have. So that's what I was referring to, is like, that's in context of also people giving me death threats all the time, which I get all the time. So that's what I'm saying. But me to just like knock them out only for that, or to, to have some type of altercation for that, you could get angry a little bit or whatever. But honestly, would I really hit somebody over some words? More than likely, unless they were like attacking me or I felt like I was in some imminent danger, probably not. Right.
And by the way,
but it's important to understand that was in context of me getting.
I'm sorry, Andrew. You got some more minutes. Somebody bounces you off. You cannot talk for a few minutes, okay, Andrew? So please be quiet while the Sand brother is communicating.
Of death threats from these fucking guys, because I think people know when you talk about the Muslims, and as Andrew could talk about this, if you criticize them, they come at you crazy.
One second, friends. Let him land, please.
These other extenuating circumstances that make it okay for y'all. I don't understand that.
There's actually no. One second, friends. 1 second. So, but that was not the context at all. You were reacting to people in your chat. I know. One second, please. Andrew,
I'm telling you what was going on.
I know.
I'm telling you what was going on during that period of time that led to that. Okay. You're not the one getting hundreds, if not thousands of death threats. You're not the one people sending your address to you saying, oh, I know where you're at, whatever. I literally get calls all night from weirdos. You're not getting that. So I'm telling you, That's what was going through my mind. What was going on when I said that. Now, obviously,
yeah, so yeah, babe. So he was in fear of his life while he was in the comfortability of his own home streaming from his computer. He felt like that. Let me be proper. He thought those words was those words was attacking him. And so he had to defend himself with words of attacking and threats. Terroristic threats. So that he's going to cause bodily harm if you keep on attacking me with your words. You attack me with your words, I'm going to attack you with my fist. Tommy ain't shit. You heard that? Tommy ain't shit. Talking about you should have me up there so your numbers could go up and then drop me. I mean, but at the same time, he is not lying. You know what I'm saying? That's the funny part about it. At the same time, he ain't telling no lie right there. He get on my damn nerves. He hella it's funny. Yeah, gaslighted. And you lied on me too. And Tommy, you lied on me. I should drop the link so you could apologize to me. You know what? I'm gonna drop the link so you could apologize. Listen, I get a lot of people that say that they hate me, that they dislike me, but it's never actually something that I do, that I actually did to them. Shout out to Brother Newsy. Thank you for that gift. I don't even know. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Brother Doopsy. I appreciate that gift. Thank you so much. I just seen it. And we are not at 50 likes yet. That is crazy work. That is crazy work. All I do understand, majority of people that are upset with me is never because of something I actually did. Even when Tommy was mad at me and he lied on my name, even when Tommy, Mr. Legend himself, lied on me, it wasn't something that I did to him because he thought, you know what? Damn. I don't know why these people be so bad. I guess because, when you're just this good. Is that link? You want to find out? We'll find out. So this is you. Oh, I'll tell you what lie you told. Okay. What lie you told. I'm going to tell you right now what lie you told. I'll tell your ass right now what lie you told. This link is so Tommy Sotomayor can apologize for lying. Davey, shut up. Davey, you email me and tell me what I need to revamp, sir. And also, Davey, when you give me the game plan on how to revamp, show me the channel that you built so I could mimic it and so I could, take your advice, Davey. Matter of fact, Davey, I need you, Davey, to send 99 cents. You haven't sent 99 cents in like a good 3, 4, 5, 10 weeks. I don't know. I dropped the link so I could told your ass. I dropped the link so I could told you. Because I don't want to be taken the wrong way. I want to make sure we flush it out.
If I were in some kind of altercation with someone and he said, "Oh, you're a Murtad, blah, blah, blah," I'd probably walk away. People have talked shit to me in person before, and I'll be like, "All right, bro, if you're not going to get the fuck out of here," and I'll just walk away. I typically try to de-escalate situations, not escalate.
Boy, if you don't sit yourself, well, he is already sitting down. Who the hell you think you is? You don't be trying to de-escalate a goddamn thing.
Sure. I just wanted consistency because once again,
Well, can I take your fatty?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
What's the contradiction? Even if it was the case,
No,
that
no,
Myron, hang on. Let me ask a question. Even if it was the case that Myron here said that violence should always be the last resort, but he resorted to violence himself as the first resort, what's the actual contradiction there?
Is because he made a definitive statement. He said that we shouldn't do that over words. And in this video, like I am showing y'all, he says that about words. Is people in the chat?
Contradiction.
No, one second. Hey, Andrew, let's strip down the debate thing. I don't know if it's a contradiction. I don't know if it's hypocritical. I know that one second. I know that one statement cancels the other. It can, like you know, the laws of logic. It can be both, right? One is one, and the other one is a one. If these men
violate the law of excluded middle.
So it doesn't. Well, one second. So is the law of contradiction, right? Is the law of identity, and is the what is the last law?
The one I just said, law of excluded middle.
Okay, law of excluded middle. He said it. He said right now.
Yeah, but I need you to listen to what I'm saying.
No, let me just play what he said, please. And
I know what he said. I just
because I want people to hear it again. It's not for you.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
You know,
the point I'm trying to make is I get a lot of hate for my positions because I tell the truth no matter what. Now, someone like Abba, who's a I will tell you guys the truth, even if it doesn't fucking benefit me. It does not benefit me to say anything negative about blacks. It does not benefit me to be critical of Islam. It doesn't. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of hate for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat for it. I got these stupid ass.
Can you stop playing that over and over?
He's
Why you get so upset? I don't know why Andrew and Tommy want to defend Myron so badly. I don't know. I did drop the link for you. You lied on me, Mr. Sotomayor, when you said that I got a phone call from Team Fatty and he told me to because you wanted to review the channel when we had that last time I was here. You was waiting in the back and all this other stuff. And that Fatty called me and told me Fatty got something on me and he made me take my show down and all that. That was 100% complete lie. And you lied on me. Fatty don't run my show. He don't run nothing over here. Nobody runs anything over here but me. So that's what you lied on me about, Mr. Sotomayor. And for some reason, y'all just cannot. Woo, what is that? That is. Thank you. And so, yeah, that's what you lied on me about. And for some reason, y'all just cannot be honest when it comes to y'all people, right? So Myron, he's here saying that black people should not be getting all up in arms over words, and he's getting up in arms over words. We want to be violent.
Mentioning people in his chat, which is words. Chat is not fist. Chat is not chat is words. So isn't he contradicting what he said that violence will be the last result over words?
You know what I like about this?
Listen.
Hey, I'm just here.
Go ahead, Andrew. Say what you got to say.
Let me explain this so that you understand what a contradiction or hypocrisy is. If I say people should not murder, and then I go out and murder somebody, that's neither a contradiction nor hypocrisy. It's still true that people shouldn't murder. It's still true that they shouldn't do this thing.
Yes.
It's not hypocritical either because I'm still consistent within the belief structure that they shouldn't do that even if I did. So even if Myron says violence should be the last resort, which he said, and he uses it as a first resort, there's no fucking inconsistency there to even attack him over anyway. Why the guy would
Well, how does that make sense? And you are telling people you're supposed to use violence as a last resort, but you use violence as a first result. How is that not a contradiction? What's up, Smell the Roses? Smell the Roses came in hot, babe. What's up, Natasha? So I don't understand how that's not a contradiction. If Myron says that we're supposed to use it as a last result, but he used it as a first result, how is that not a contradiction? Oh, it's because y'all feel like y'all above us. Y'all feel like y'all can tell us what to do. Well, you're wrong.
even need to defend himself.
And the crazy part is that, and you know, and this is the issue that Austin probably, he had that same kind of understanding, right? He probably felt like he could just tell a black person what to do. This is their mentality, but guess what, man? He was also dead wrong. Shit. Damn. I'm just from New York. I'm just from New York. I'm just being dead ass. That's all.
From such a low tier claim is insane to me.
And Andrew, and this is why I'm not taking this to the debate university and to the verbal combat. I'm taking this to public perception and to common.
Okay, and also let me shout out to Brother Noobsy. He said the statement is still right and true, but it's just not right and true for him to say it. That's the problem. He can't say it at all, God damn it. And now maybe I could get my goddamn apology.
Well, can you hear me?
Good day to you, sir. First of all, yes, I can hear you.
Well, first off, I'm gonna need you to stop using the Lord's name in vain the way you keep doing. I don't know why you keep doing that. I mean, you know I'm a pastor's son, and I'm not gonna allow you to keep doing this disrespect.
Hey, look, I got an issue with my T's and D's. I'm actually saying got.
All right, let's make sure. Quit playing with the Lord like that. Play with me. You can play with yourself. Don't play with the Lord. Now, second off, if they didn't tell you to take that show down, why did you take it down then? Even somebody in your comment section asked you about it, and you told them if they didn't pay nothing for you, if they didn't pay for it, then they need to be quiet. That's what you told them.
So this is what I'm a told. This is why I'm a told your ass. The reason why I took it down because at the end when they was having a fisticuffs, I wanted to take that part out of the show because I didn't feel like that was needed and it was detrimental to the rest of the show. So I took it down so I could edit it.
Well, I wasn't the only one who thought that's what you did, and that's what I said. I said I had no idea because I don't know y'all niggas, so I don't know what y'all actually did. I make assertions and assumptions. That's what we do, and that's what you doing on here when you said that man was folding like a lawn chair when all he was doing was agreeing that what the dude was saying is probable or it makes sense. Now, why is it that y'all think that because you have an opposing view of someone, you can never agree with them? Like how this woman said, his voice irks me. Somebody named Virgo. All they do is find reasons to dislike somebody, reasons to have a problem. It is the stupidest thing in the world. If my voice irks you, then put your finger in your ear.
So what happened was he folded like a chair, and I can't hear you. If you're talking, I can't hear you. The reason why he folded like a chair is because he didn't fact check anything the man said. He just took what he said as gospel. That's an issue for me. And that is coming from somebody that usually stretches the truth the most. That's why you have that shirt on in the first place.
Give me the thing he should have pushed back on. Just give me one of them.
He should have pushed back on the fact that Andrew had no evidence of what he was saying.
That's what I thought.
When he brought up the 10%, he should have made him bring up some stats for it.
No. Andrew was right. He said, and it was stupid of Mr. Fantastic to say this, which is why he backed off, because Mr. Fantastic is like me. If you say something and you realize you might have been wrong in what you said, you don't keep arguing that point because now you look stupid. He brought up that it was 10% chance of getting stabbed. What that white boy did was he got him right there. That was the dumbest thing you could ever say. If 10% of motherfuckers who ate Cheerios died, most people wouldn't go and buy Cheerios. Then he tried to double down on it and talk about the job he did. And the white boy got him again and said, nobody would work a job that has a 10% mortality rate. He backed off of it because he realized the white boy was right, that you cannot name any job that has not only a 10%, but close to a 10%. It was just a bad argument. And if you make a bad argument, Negroes, we're taught never lose an argument, even if you're wrong. Mr. Fantastic said, what I say, never stay on an argument if you know you lost.
And that is fair for that one argument. The 10% thing, cool. Because it was a stupid argument. It really was. It really was a dumbass argument. That's fine. And
he thought it sounded good when he said it.
I forgot what The other one was something about the court situation. I think that's another one that he had folded on. And
I just think the white boy did a really good job of making his arguments. And when he did, all Mr. Fantastic did was say he pushed him, but realized the pushback was better than his push. The best thing to do in a debate is always go to the spot where you win. Then stay at that spot if you can.
Yeah, and clearly for Mr. Fantastic, that is folding like a lawn chair and say, you know what, white boy, you are correct.
If he's correct, he's correct. Why is it? Wait, why him be? See, this is where I start to say things to y'all that offend y'all. When y'all say, okay, white boy, you correct. If being white is a problem, I don't think you've ever, I'm going to go here because I don't think you've ever said in your own house, okay, white woman, you right. You ain't never said that. That is wrong for you to say that statement. Like, because this person is white, they can't be right. And then if they are right, you got to disrespect them. That is crazy. You know it.
And listen, if a white boy was ever in my house and he was correct, I might have to say it now. So
yes, and then you're gonna be wrong because then he gonna be able to call you black and a black boy. When you are, and if you're correct, he gonna be able to say, "All right, black boy, you are correct." He gonna be able to say that to you.
well, the boy part, I don't know if you can say that part.
Hey, you cannot start. You remember y'all said we can't start nothing. When y'all are talking about what is his name? Oh shit, what's his name? Carmelo Anthony. Y'all are trying to make every excuse in the world. When Mr. Fantastic said, you didn't like when Mr. Fantastic said he understands the years that could have been given, and he thinks, 35 years might not have been crazy. You said that it was wrong that he said that he didn't stand up for black people. But what is he supposed to do? And like somebody asked you in the comment section, they said, hold on a minute. If this had been the other way around, and that's why that guy gave you $20, he showed you a case. If this had been the other way around and white people was running around hollering, the sentence is too difficult, would black people have been saying, yes, that is too much? I don't think they would have.
And I disagree. I think black folks is more critical of black folks in every aspect. Even, for example, the Mr. Child case. People saying, yeah, that black boy deserved it. We even had black people on that jury that also seen Mr. Child as innocent in that whole situation. So black folks is very critical of other black folks. And I believe it would have been plenty of folks that have been saying, hey, no, in the other way around and reversed it.
There was a case with Homer Simpson.
Fantastic.
Whoa.
Issue why he hold on. The issue before you go, and the reason why Mr. Fantastic folded on that that position is because he said that the young man should have got manslaughter and he should have got 20 years. And so when he allowed Andrews to say that he didn't get enough and it should be 99 and 35, that's when he folded.
Well, he didn't fold. He just said that's why he believes that 35 is a reasonable thing. If you look at the fact that he could have gotten 99, which is true. That is a 64 year difference. That is a lot. And like he said, and the boy can get out in 17 years. There have been cases where I think a girl offed her boyfriend and she got the same sentence. People are upset about that. The white girl that ran into the wall and killed 2 people. People are upset about the fact that she can get out in 15 years. Because it's a thing where you say, if they took a life, why should they be allowed to have a life? And if it was your son, or if it was somebody you cared for, you'd feel the same way. Now, if you're the person, because jail ain't no fun thing and prison surely can't be fun. If you're the person living it, if he does 15 years, that's going to be 15 years of his life at a young age and that with grown, hardened criminals. That is not going to be playtime. So when he gets out, I know you're going to be thinking, well, he's still 35. He can have children and have a life. You are correct that he can. But he also didn't have easy life. He spent around half his life incarcerated behind bars. So it's a couple of ways you can look at it. And I really think that most Americans need to spend some time behind jail and prison bars before they dismiss. Listen, meaning they need to see it. It's before they start dismissing what it's like to be there. Because apparently most people think it's just like a camp and that the 15 years are just going to fly by for him. And that's not how it'll work. And I really wish that we cared about our justice system this way. We don't care about rehabilitation. We throw somebody in there, and in 15 years, once he gets sentenced and there's no more appeals, y'all ain't gonna care nothing about this boy. Then he's gonna come out. When he comes out, what has he learned? How is he being rehabbed in there? And then when they go back and they start doing more crime, you say, I can't believe they're doing crime. But you didn't teach them how to be reintegrated into society. You just threw them away for 15, 20, or whatever years and then let them back on the society, the same society they probably feel turned their back on them, and now they probably hate them. That's why I'm afraid of when you let people out of jail and prison. If they probably hate the people who've been free. If they think the system screwed them over, why you think they're going to come out nice?
And that's why a lot of people should have a problem with the 35 years. Do you have an issue with the 35 years? What is your position on the 35 years? Is it too much?
No, I felt like it was too much. And the reason why I felt like it was too much, because I've seen cases, especially of white on white, especially on young people, where they're not trying to give them that kind of years, especially too when I say this. Had he been stabbing him like that, throw away the key. He stabbed him once. Regardless of even how you think that happened, that is obviously an accident. Even if you think it's not an accident of that he stabbed him in a place that was dangerous, that is true. But he stabbed him once and then ran. I don't think you can turn that guy right there into Charles Manson. I just don't. He was stupid at what he did. He was childish at what he did. But to say 35 years, to me, that sounds too much based upon other cases I've seen. But that being said, if I'm the father or the family, that ain't enough time. Because that had been my daughter, I would not only want him to do life, I want him to get the chair, or I want them to at least give me then. Since you ain't going to give him neither one of them, let me have an hour with him. Because that is my child, and I will never get a chance to see my child again. Are y'all black folks doing all this talking? You can go and call Carmelo. You can go and see him behind glass. You have a date in which he will be out. There is no date that boy that he murdered will get out of that casket. There ain't no date he going to get up. He'll never get a chance to have any children. He'll never get anything. So whenever people ignore the fact that the father is supposed to be nice, the father is supposed to say something nice, that's crazy. Black folks, when a white person murders a black person, we don't say nothing nice, not only about the family that's white that did it, but we get to go out in front of the public and say bad stuff about the entire white race. We get to go say fuck crackers on television and no one says a word. This is true. We get to go out and say whites are racist. We get to turn the case into a referendum on how whites as a whole treat blacks, not how that white person treated my black son, daughter, relative. Every time.
So I guess the issue is with this case is that, it just seemed as if the young man got railroaded. Everything about the defense team, how that defense just dropped the ball all over the place. It seemed like the lawyers probably incompetent, or he did it on purpose. The idea of the way how they chose the jury, how they dismissed 3 candidates because they was teachers supposedly, but yet they had white jurors that was teachers.
Well, ain't that some of black folks' problems? Some of them black people went up there and actually said they don't think they could give a fair verdict. Why would you say this?
The reason why they would say it because black folks are overcritical of their own people.
Okay, that's a long way from you saying stupid.
They willing to lie to get the job done.
So again, we can't blame them for that because we'll do stuff like that against ourselves. We'll do it against another Negro.
Right, but what I'm saying is that it doesn't take away the fact that those, if it was right, we can't prove it. But if they were being racist, they are willing to go that far. They are willing to lie to get ahead and push out their racism for the ones that are racist. That's the issue that we're having. And black folks are trying to be wholesome and always prove to somebody that they are doing the right things.
That's black. That is the Negro's problem of where if they're doing that, because I think there's so many places in which we do wrong. How is that the place we do right? Why do we want to prove to white people we fair, but then always saying that white people aren't fair to us? Why would we do that? That is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I believe it is 100% ridiculous. It is okay to just be on a black side, just to be on a black side sometimes. It's okay sometimes to say, you know what? On this situation, I'm just going to be black and I don't give a damn about what the other situation is. We have this issue of always having a fairness. We don't have to be fair all the goddamn time because things wasn't fair to us. And we got to give black folks back their power to understand that it is okay to just be for your people, and whatever you get called for it is what it is. I don't give a damn what somebody call me for being on my people's side, right? For example, I never call you that disparaging name that people love to call you because I feel like I got to ride for my people, right? When the other situation with the whole monkey on the shirts, I never agree with it because I'm riding for my people. I'm on the black side regardless.
Yeah,
so
but you fold.
I don't rock with that.
But you fold like Mr. Fantastic then. If you don't agree with it and yet let people do it, you don't say, let me stand up and say, as for me and my house, that ain't right. You don't do that. And it was your show and you have the ability to do it. So if you won't do it, then why would y'all expect other people to stand up and do something that you'd like for them to do? Maybe they're in a position where they don't feel like it's necessary for them to speak out as harshly or as staunchly on an incident, just like you don't. You might feel like it ain't right for you to, you said you felt like it's wrong and you ain't gonna do it, but you didn't stop nobody else. So why would we get mad at white people for doing the same thing? They might feel like it is wrong to be racist towards black people, but if they got a white friend who does it, they don't say nothing. They just sit there and watch. We cannot expect people to make stances when we don't.
So no, what you're doing is incorrect. So I do say something about it. I say, hey, I don't do it. It's not the correct thing.
No,
to
you
do.
don't have to say anything about it. You can stop.
The same way, if I did have a Caucasian friend and I would tell them the same, what you're doing is incorrect and it's wrong, and this is the reason why it's wrong, and we'll have a whole.
And you know what you're saying isn't right. If you sit up there and there was two kids if there was two kids fighting on the playground, and you had the ability to separate them, and you went and told them, I kept telling them to stop. You had the ability to separate them. If I was sitting here on my show and y'all watch me have David Duke on the show, and David Duke continually called black people the N-word, and I told y'all, well, I don't believe in him saying it, they would have easily said to me, it's your show. If you wanted to, you could have told him the rules. You never told him, while we're here, you're not going to do that. Because just like any other time, you tell people when you don't want them to do something, you say, you're not going to do this or I'm going to drop you. So if you had a stance, that's what you would do. If you don't do that, it's not a real stance. I'm just saying, don't act like you can't set rules on your own show. You're being disingenuous and borderline lying if you say you couldn't, because you can.
No, but the thing is that I do not set those type of rules. I try.
Exactly.
The only two rules that the only rules that I'm attempting to push now is the F-bomb and the N-word.
Yeah, but you wouldn't let me sit up and just call a woman out her name for no reason. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't let me do it. You wouldn't.
But I do. I don't stop people from cursing each other out. So that's one thing I don't do. That's one of my rules, that I allow people to be.
Well, then apparently I respect your show enough to where I don't do it.
And I appreciate that. But what I'm saying, that the only words I'm trying to regulate nowadays is the F word and the N word. Those are the words.
And I'm with you. And I'm saying, I'm not saying you're wrong, right or wrong. I'm saying, why expect other people to make stances when we won't, especially asking people to make stances against people they like or care about. Like, say if they care about how white people perceive them, just like how you said we're supposed to care about how black people perceive us. Even in a court case, we're supposed to say we're united in a united front. So why would I tell the truth about I can't be fair? Why wouldn't I just go ahead and lie for the sake of blackness? Well, if we can ask black people to do this, which I did, then we shouldn't get mad at white people for doing exactly that. Why do we try to hold white people to a higher standard? A white man can't call a black man a boy, but we call white people boy all the damn time. A white person, just like how black women all the time will say something bad about a black successful man having a white wife, and they will openly say it. Imagine if it was one white person who said this about Serena Williams being with a white man. Let it be one celebrity that's white came out and said, "Man, look at her up there ruining the white race." What would happen to them? It's another thing. Every time they change a white character to a black person, we say white people are racist for getting mad that they change them. Yet any black character, if they turn them white, we'd be upset. We don't seem to be fair and say, if we can do it, they can do it. If we can think it, they can think it.
So no, the issue is that we don't care about the racist degenerates that's out in the street. What we care about is the law. When they say that the law is supposed to be held a certain way, right? That's what we expect in that to be fair. So we understand the people on the street, they're going to be some idiots. We know that for a fact. We hear Andrew, like Andrew don't really matter for real. He don't matter to nobody for real. But when it comes to the law part of the situation, that's the part that we got to hold them accountable and say, hey, the law says X, Y, and Z. And that's what we are up in arms about. This young man getting 35 years for this type of case. The law is not being upheld there properly. Justice is not being served, and we want it to be fair. Most people are not even advocating for him not to do time. We just advocate for the fairness under the law. If it's good for the white man to do X, Y, and Z under the law, it got to be also for other Americans to do the same exact thing under the law.
Well, that was my immediate argument. But I mean, even if you think about, like, you and I are having a really good conversation, more people are walking into the building, hearing the conversation, but it's always somebody, and I always look at the comment section because I just like to prove my point. This just a tap dancing buffoon. They're adults, and you and I are having a very good conversation. There is no reason to write any of that. And yet, I can't stand his voice. He's just jumping from all topics. We're both jumping from all topics, but we're having a good conversation. Nobody's disrespected the other one at all. This is insane. Just tap, 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 tap. All I see. Adults. They're adults. And I'm telling you, I said, that's why I always go to a lot of y'all shows, just to show y'all the type of audience y'all have that don't even respect you or want you to grow or have a regular conversation with people. Because if they did, they would just watch you and be like, hey, numbers are going up. They're talking to black men, having a regular conversation. Nobody's cussed each other out. Why is it we can't just discuss what they're saying? Why we got to tap, 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 dance and buffoon stupid things to people who aren't arguing? But because you don't like someone, you'll do this. So I don't have a problem. After I first say, man, it's messed up what they did to Carmelo Anthony, I stop. Every time I get stuff like that. You know why? Because I say, if you can hate me simply because you saw something years ago and I've never done anything to you, you're now hearing me for the first time. But all you want to do is say something stupid. Somebody said, we didn't come to see you. Then leave. It was less than 100 people when I came. It's almost 150 now. But to even say we didn't come, then I don't understand. If the numbers went from less than 100 to 146, I don't understand why you would still say, I don't like it. Because if you cared about Sharon, you'd say, well, the numbers are going up. That's good. Even if we don't like him, more people are getting exposed to a guy we do like, our host. Our host. He's always complaining. Then why don't you say? Then somebody say, you leave, nigga. That's why I said, all it takes, I'll be up there for a little while, and then I'll leave. So you'll wait to come and ruin something that seems to be going very well. But I want to say this to you. When I was talking about him, and I don't know why none of y'all use this argument. The reason I was on Carmelo's side was because of this. The same people who are saying Carmelo Anthony needs to do life in jail are saying Chud the Builder needs to be free.
That's crazy.
Same people. But on the flip side, same people who are saying Chud the Builder need to be in jail of saying Carmelo needs to be free. And look at both cases. Chud the Builder claims he was attacked by a black dude, and so he shot him. Carmelo Anthony says he was attacked by a white dude, and so he stabbed him. How is it that you want either you think if you've been attacked, you have the right to do this, or you don't? You got to be balanced, though. And this is where I find the problem with most people, because I can have a conversation with someone and stick to the facts, whether I like you or not, which is why I have conversations with people I don't like or people I don't agree with. That's a better conversation than constantly hearing somebody who agrees with me. Even when your fans say stupid shit like that, that's like dumb. If you don't like Tommy, but Sharon is having a conversation with him and asking him questions, why would that be a problem to you? You only, and it's a liberal mindset, they only want people around that agree with them. I watched as Jamel Hill complained about the racist people at the UFC. Cool. But before the UFC, you know what they kept telling everybody who was going to go? They were going to cancel them. So if everybody who was on the left who thought about going, you told them you were going to cancel them, why would you then complain the only people left are racist and Donald Trump fans? That would be like if y'all said, well, we're going to ban Tommy. And it's the craziest thing. People banned me from YouTube. Then came over to Rumble complaining about the people still went over there. So wait a minute. You worked your magic and got me away. And now you follow me over there. If I don't want you here, I can't, or if I try to make other people not be able to go, why am I complaining about the people left? Of course, the people left are going to be just fans of Trump. That doesn't make sense. You ran everybody else, every other voice. You tell people, if we don't agree with them, don't talk to them. Why are you platforming Tommy? You shouldn't listen to Tommy. So then, why did you go on that racist show? Well, I went on the racist show because he's the only one to let me talk. And you shouldn't give a damn because you told me I couldn't go on your show. Why do you care where I'm going? Why do you care what I'm doing? And that is what is funny. People try to force you into like oblivion, I guess. They want you to never have a voice at all because they disagree with it. Then white people got mad at me, same thing, when I pointed out Chud the Builder can't go around antagonizing people, then shooting them when they get mad. That is insane. That's not freedom of speech. You can't walk. I said, go ahead.
And that's why I wanted to, that's why I was going to say that's the real difference of it. It seemed like he was about to build it. I wanted to talk about that. So Chud antagonizes somebody, and then as if he was forced to shoot somebody after he antagonized him. That's a completely different than Carmelo sitting there, and that's kind of a submission type of position, just sitting there and telling somebody, "Hey, leave me alone. If you touch me, such and such is going to happen." It's completely different from Chud. I think that's why nobody actually uses the Chud situation, but it's an interesting argument nonetheless.
Why would you say it's completely different when people justified me getting hit in Harlem by saying I shouldn't have been there because that's a pro-black event and they didn't want me there when they invited me there? Now, by their logic, they shouldn't be cheering that I was assaulted. They would be calling it an assault. So if you cheered that I was assaulted when I did nothing, then you should be able to cheer that Carmelo was assaulted because he was somewhere where he wasn't supposed to be. By the same logic. And if I had came into that event with a weapon and then shot those people, I would have been called all kinds of punks for a man hitting me surrounded by other men. And instead of fighting him, I shot them. Y'all wouldn't have sat up there and said, well, he's got the right to do that. Think about that. So and that's why they have read in your comment section that white chick named Smell the Roses always got something to say. That's why don't nobody want to listen to your white ass. Sounding like you whining every time you talk. Oh, I ain't sound like that white bitch that raised you. Always got something to say. Always crying about his plight. You sound like you cry when you say your name, bitch. Soon as you say, oh, that's how you sound, lady. They let everybody get a damn podcast. This whining ass white woman talking about some we black people. We black who? You up there looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. She whiter than white folks.
So
now talk about that.
What I don't know. What's your issue with Smell the Rose? I'm
No,
not.
she said something to me, so I said something back. We having a discussion. Always whining, you always white.
Hey, look, but I'm having a conversation with your ass. So what I would say to you is this: is that if your situation actually sounds very similar to Carmelo, because Carmelo was invited to the tent by his supposedly friend Eddie, and so he was there for a good 10 to 12 minutes before this Chud the Builder type character came over to Carmelo and started pushing him and grabbing his bag, and it turned out to be a fatal situation for the situation. So it sounds very similar, to be honest, but the only difference is that we cannot compare a 17-year-old to a grown man that live life and have experience.
Well, we have to though. Let me explain. Because we didn't give Dylan Roof he was young. We're not going to give a white boy he was young when he murders someone. We won't.
So,
and when you a 17-year-old kills see, that's what I'm saying. I got a childish ass comment section. Share on so Thomas Cena can yell at the chat and we can't. That's why every time I get a chance, then I say niggas like Carmelo Anthony need 35 years. He needed life.
What? So
if you're gonna sit, this is why when shit happens to niggas, it's hard for me to feel sorry for niggas who fuck with people who ain't bothering them. I ain't bothering now one of these motherfuckers. You let me up here. You did. And we've been respectful. So if you're gonna say shit to me, don't turn around and then ask for a nigga to say something back. Don't turn around and wonder why niggas stop. There's a reason why people just start walking away from black folks. Because niggas talk stupid to people. And they just say dumb shit. And this is what a lot of people believe Carmelo did. Fucking with people who wanted you to leave them alone. You had no right to be there, even to say that this man invited you there. Here's what I know. If someone invited me to a party and I realized the niggas holding the party didn't want me, I'd leave. Ain't no sense in putting my hand in the bag and say, touch me again. This is what niggas do.
Well, no, I disagree with that part. I think he was attempting to scare the people off of him. And then he was put in a situation where he had to attempt to get the person over. But I did have somebody that was in the court case. They said that he watched the video. It doesn't seem as if what he said, what his witness of what he watched.
Oh Lord, I know who you're talking about. I had him and me and him was like, he swore up and down that they saw it. Go ahead, say it.
The young man's name Mel.
Yeah, that one that I was on the show and he swore up and down. He got the information from the people who told him what they saw. He didn't see the video directly, but what they told him, right? Go ahead and let them know what he said he saw.
So what he explained to me is that Austin grabbed Carmelo and he pulled him to him, and that's how he got stabbed in the chest so deeply. That's what he told me he saw. You saying that's incorrect?
Well, hold on. When we say these things, if he pulled him to him, unless my arm is still got to be straight, think about it. If my arm is loose, it won't go in. I have to have a straight arm, and I don't care if somebody threw me from behind. My arm is still got to be straight for it to go in you. A loose arm, it would just bounce off.
But and also with Carmelo being so small, and it's just a 3.5-inch blade. I do not understand for the life of me how somebody so small was able to thrust such a small knife that deep to break bones. Somebody so small. It is a very weird situation that it happened the way how it happened. To me, I think it's possible that he had to fall on it, in my opinion.
Listen,
but I didn't see it, so we're
making it is very easy for someone to just, because if you think about it, it's very easy for me if I have this knife and I got you. And if I swing as hard as I can, as a matter of fact, I did a video about a young girl and her cousin. They were fighting at the end of a club, and she had a little kitchen knife about this long. She was fighting her cousin over a man. The girl did not know. It was up in, I think somewhere in New York. I think it might have been the Bronx. The girl did not know she had a knife. So, you know, they were fighting like how girls fight when they'll pull one of them head down and start hitting each other. Well, she had the knife in her hand like this. And on the video, you still couldn't even see it. She was hitting her so fast with it, just in the chest, like hitting up like this. And every one of them were going inside that girl. But that girl thought she was being just punched because of adrenaline. So she's still punching the girl. And then the girl breaks away from her because she knows she done been stabbing her. When she got through stabbing her, the girl looked down and saw my whole shirt is full of, and then she's like, and then the pain started happening. And you see this video, and it's so sad to watch as this girl falls down, and then her cousin sticks the knife in her pocket and walks off. Oh, and somebody else in the comment section said it prison style. That's how they do with shanks, remember? It's real quick, and it go in, and they walk off. So that small 3-inch blade can go in really quick, and especially if it's one of those sharp knives, like some knives I got. Like, okay. I got, I'm a fan. I got knives and guns. So, but like this knife right here, if I took this knife, just the front small little blade right here, because of how sharp I keep it, I don't even have to push it hard and it goes in you. I do not have to do very much. Like if I fuck around and pick this up on the wrong side, it'll slice my hand through. I don't have to put very much pressure on it. And this is a long blade. Now put the cuff here. Boom. I got you.
Yeah. So, I mean, the physics, you know, it was just, for him to do that is just wild. And, 3.5-inch blade is a real blade, too. That's
I also got Game of Thrones knives. I
don't want to see a damn knife. Keep your knives in keep your weapons to your damn self, goddammit.
You ever come in my house, boy, you'll have a bad day. Whoa, it will not be good for you. It will not be good for you if you come in my house. Why am I blurry? What happened? Okay, there it goes.
There you go. And I just think the people that's on the other side, like Myron, Andrew Wilson, they got it completely wrong. They're on the wrong side of history. Hopefully the appeal works. And
why do you say Myron? That's the curious one. Why do you think Myron is on the wrong side of history? What part do you think he's wrong about?
Him with the way how he communicated about everybody's chipping on. He's the one that's actually doing it. Him being so racist towards the whole Carmelo situation and thinking that this young man deserves life in prison. All those things is just the wrong type of rhetoric that you should be pushing out when this young man is a good kid. The same way how they try to make it seem like if you reverse it, we have a different stance on things. If we was to reverse it, majority of these men would be saying, especially Andrew and Mine was saying that this white boy is a 3.7 GPA. He had 2 jobs. He was on a track team. He saved another kid life by saving him from getting drowned. Like they would be saying all these things and say that this kid don't deserve to get 35 years. He deserves some jail time, but he doesn't deserve to spend that much time so he can have some kind of a life. That's what they will most likely say if the roles were reversed.
Okay, I know. I want you to share a photo for me because this is going to matter. I think if you could share this as I speak, share that photo for me as I speak. I don't see why any of you black women support Carmelo Anthony because it's obvious he was a coon. You can see he didn't even like black women.
That is crazy.
It's obvious he didn't even like black women. I mean, come on. He's obviously a coon. He didn't like his own mother. I mean, if he won't date it, it's obvious he hates himself. Cause ain't that kind of the stuff that they like to say about regular dudes that ain't in jail, that ain't doing nothing wrong?
So no, I disagree. That I believe that a lot of people they attempt to use they different racial girlfriend as a weapon. There's a lot of people that do it.
They use it against. But didn't they use it against the dude who got killed by his girlfriend in Florida? They said you got that you died by your preference. They sat up there and said that what's his name got what he got. Jonathan Majors. They literally are saying that these men get what they get because who they date if things don't work out for them.
So
you can't name the time it didn't.
So no, that's going to happen. But however, at the same time, the reason why they're saying that is because, you know, what he was doing was abusive. Like, you cannot roughhouse a woman that way and throw her.
Whoa, are you saying that? You saying that Jonathan Majors was wrong?
Yeah, he was wrong for roughing up the way he is. He
was running.
No, but before he was running, he slammed her in the car and threw her in the car. You know what I'm saying? So he roughhoused that young
She
lady.
put her hands on him too, then, by that logic.
That is a strong possibility. However,
that's called mutual combat. Where I'm from, that's mutual combat. If two people, I already told you about this, you cannot put your. Wait a minute. No. Then y'all wait. So you think it's okay? Listen to what you just said. You said that's not mutual combat. Okay. Cool, but you think it's okay for a man with a knife that knows he has a knife to provoke someone who doesn't have a knife and stab him?
I don't think he was provoking Austin. I do not believe he's provoking.
If he said, Austin, do it again and see what happens. You literally are. You know this. When we've been kids, you're going to call him a kid. If you're calling him a kid, aren't we the same people who say, touch me again, step over this line, do whatever to see? We ain't expecting nobody to have no knife or no gun when they tell us that.
So when he told him, touch me again and see what happens, that was a threat. That was not him provoking, like he wanted to stab him. No, he was threatening him, trying to get he was trying to get Austin away from him. That's my interpretation of touch me again and see what happens. That's a threat.
I'm sorry. I got people at my front door dropping off shit. But that is a warning in which you did not let the person know what you had. You know this because listen, as long as I got my somebody asked me, they said, when I was up in New York, they said, if you had your gun, would things might have been different? They probably would have. I'm being honest in saying that. I would say if you put your hands on me and I felt like this, which is why I'm glad I didn't, because sometimes having your weapon makes you not have to think strategic. Not having a weapon makes you have to be strategic. And so, just like when I was little, having my big brother around made me reckless in the mouth. When I was in the 7th grade, but then when my big brother wasn't there, I didn't talk to them like that.
I'm glad that you said that. And so that's the issue because also Austin also had Hunter, right? He also had his brother around. And he also had a whole bunch of other men around as well that was backing Austin and Hunter. And so when he was saying, get off my bag, hey, listen, you don't want these problems. Also, Austin said, I don't think he has anything in his bag to defend himself. It was what was said. So, and again, he did kind of warn him and say, I have something to get your big ass up off me. Shout out to Aaron Tuluga. Sharon, what would you have done if you was in Jonathan Major's situation? Go through the facts of what happened.
Get him, Lucas. Get him.
If it was me, I would not have roughhoused the person back into the car. That's number one. Number two, if I'm out there slinging dick, I wouldn't care if my girl's seen it on my phone because I'm slinging dick. It is what it is.
Oh, that ain't true. There's women who got mad when a man found out that they were doing it. I'm a dicksman myself, and I know it's still a difficult position to have a motherfucker watch it. I have to prepare him for it. And you're gonna see a lot of dick, and you're gonna see this lady, and I have to prepare for it. But she still ain't ready for it sometimes.
And also, I want to establish that the people, I don't understand why y'all extra mad and me and him having a back and forth. I'm not folding like a chair on any of the conversation. He's not folding like a chair on any conversation. We just going through our thought patterns on how we look at things. When Tommy's on other channels that y'all support, y'all don't do that shit. So don't do it. Don't do it to me.
That's all I was trying to tell you. It's a weird thing that people will come and tell you. As you saw at first, when the numbers were where they were even saying that they didn't want to hear that other dude. Now we're having a real conversation between two black men, and neither is disrespecting the other. I don't want to see that. Well, why not? Because I don't like this person. That is the weirdest thing. They never would tell Oprah, you can't have this person to interview because we don't like them. This is some new shit that the internet has produced that people think that they should be able to tell you what you can and can't do, that you should only talk to people that they like. But if they really didn't like me, here's the best way to prove it, Sharon, and tell me if I'm lying. If I was a problem, they would leave. You would be able to see that the numbers are going down and you'd switch subjects and go to something else. That is the best way in life to show people, but they know they can't do that. Most things that are getting canceled aren't canceled because people don't like it. They're canceled because somebody's complaining. Y'all love going to things you say you don't like. You wouldn't have to tell Sharon a damn thing. You would leave and he'd see the numbers going down. But you won't.
Hey, Tommy, you know what's crazy? I was having a great conversation about music. No screaming and no yelling. You know what? Hey.
It is a crazy thing. He said,
I ran them in the past. Only time I be folded like a chair is for my girl.
Well, you shouldn't be folded, sir. She should be getting folded. Why are you getting folded? You're one of those guys. Hey, I'm not knocking what you do in your own house, though. I can't get mad. If that's what he do in his own house, I cannot knock it. I'm not that guy.
He is a little light skinned, so you know sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying, Miss J with the 10 odds. I do not have to leave. I support Sharon. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And when we have that concept, we're not actually really talking about you, Miss J. It's a lot of people that is screaming things that it's just very weird. Some of the people that are saying it.
If you support Sharon, you support what he's currently doing. That's what support means. Support doesn't mean do what I want you to do. It means grow and be the best you can at what it is you're doing. That's the support you'd have. I might be a doctor and wanted my daughter to be a doctor. Why am I gonna sit up there and complain that she decided to be a lawyer and now I can't show no support and I tell other people don't go to her graduation? That wouldn't make sense.
Shout out to Black TV. Had to show love. Haven't spoke in a minute, Sharon. Salute to you, Black TV. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to Black TV. He also runs a morning show as well. Salute to you for being here.
And Sharon, I was supposed to be doing a show, and I stopped just doing the show just to talk to you. I've done that several times. You ain't never paid me, and I ain't never asked you. My show was about to start. People are waiting right now. There's 237 people waiting on me to start talking right now. And I'm still just sitting here talking to you because I said, well, he told me, he sent me the link, and I'm like a man of my word. I said, well, I'll come up here and talk. I didn't know we'd be talking this long, which is still interesting. I think we've been talking for like an hour, and it would be honest, it's gone pretty fucking quick because I don't mind being challenged on situations, and I like trying to find how there may be a through line between certain things. Like I know you didn't see the Chud the Builder thing, but I'm sorry, on its surface, both sides are just saying, I'm agreeing with the race. Because I think the white people who agree with Chud the Builder, I asked them when I was on my show, I didn't understand this. I said, for every white person that supports Chud the Builder, let me make sure you understand what you're supporting. A white man running around up to black people who are not doing anything, and they definitely aren't breaking any law or doing anything wrong, saying things to provoke them to try and get them to respond. And the white people told me, well, they shouldn't chimp out. Words should never bother you. I said, hold on a minute. Y'all are the same people who want to fight a motherfucker for burning an American flag that they bought themselves. So I can't burn a flag I bought, and that is a piece of cloth. You gonna fight me over that. I asked plenty of them white dudes, I said, let me meet you and your wife and your kids, and I walk up to y'all and call you all kind of pasty, ugly motherfuckers and talk shit about your wife and your kids. See if you'll tell me, oh, honey, that's just him using his freedom of speech. I said, the fact that y'all have thought, there's a video I got, and I'm gonna put it up today, of two white dudes fighting in the middle of a 6-lane expressway. They stopped in the middle of traffic to fight over a traffic law. And you want to tell somebody they chimping out? Come on now. You don't have the right to just walk up to somebody and say whatever the hell you want. I love the 49ers. A white man killed another man at a Raiders 49ers game over the Raiders 49ers. And this has happened in Arizona. White people have gotten in a fight in Pittsburgh over literally the teams. So they're lying when they turn around and say words like words shouldn't matter. White people are the same people who words, have you ever heard of a guy by the name of Aaron Burr? Aaron Burr was the sitting vice president. He shot and killed a man by the name of Alexander Hamilton as the sitting vice president. And you know why he killed him? Because he said something disrespectful. You remember back in the old days, if you said something disrespectful to a white man, he'd slap you with that damn white towel and tell you it's going to be a duel. How dare they act like words of disrespect do not cause them to fight when they fight all the time over disrespect?
Shout out to Shadow the Time Wild. Smoke! This Chud the Builder situation, do you believe that it should have been, somebody said that you said that it should have been more Chud the Builders? Because now I'm confused.
No, I said the same damn thing I said if you say something stupid to me, I'm gonna respond the same way I said about you don't get to say anything to me and then tell me what I gotta say back. That's dumb. Why I gotta watch my words about a general situation when you won't watch your words specifically towards me?
Okay. I think I
leave
kind of.
people alone. If we're having a good conversation, call me out my name. Then I can say what the fuck I want. Because I didn't do anything with Chud the Builder. I didn't do any of that. But if you're gonna call me out my name when I'm actually saying something that makes sense, I'm gonna hope there's more Chud the Builders, and I will. Because if you're gonna sit and keep doing something to me, then I'm gonna say I hope they keep doing things to you. I hope it keeps happening because your mouth overloading your ass. I'm from the South. Don't let your mouth overload your ass.
Goddamn. Shout out to Time Wilds and $2. Freedom of speech is not freedom of consequences. I agree with that.
But yes, that's why I said he should be. If you're gonna sit there and call a grown man the N-word to his face, that grown man should be able to whoop your ass. Leave people alone. These people are not bothering you. That's why I don't walk up to people talking shit to them.
And so this whole chipping out there, I'm guessing that comes from Chud the Builder. So my issue with this whole that first of all, that saying is just insane to me. That's just crazy. That's number one.
Saying it before
number two, I think it's just some BS the way how to do on the UFC. He said whatever he said about Michelle Obama. You know, like I think that is just absolutely absurd. She's been out of the office for almost a decade now, and you still bringing these things up. You won, bro.
Why is it absurd?
It's absurd because it was no reason, no context for you to be bringing that lady up whatsoever. She has nothing to do with the event.
I get it, but we said like a lot of things about a lot of people. I was doing a show about JFK, and somebody came up and said she got Down syndrome. I was like, that is wild that you would say that. Although I understand why he would say it. We sit up there and talk about the first lady. Melania ain't had shit to do with it. She never says anything wrong. You still got people taking shots at Melania for no reason. You got people sitting up there and taking shots at Donald Trump. If you have a problem with somebody calling her a man, why you don't have a problem with A, Bush ain't been in office, people still talk shit about Bush, and 2, Donald Trump get called an orangutan.
Well, the main reason why I have a problem with it is because, first of all, we know she had 2 children, so she's not that. So she's not. It's an old, ridiculous joke. It's number 3. And Melania, she's in the place now, and she's also plagiarizing.
Okay
so that's why she gets talked about. Huh?
Okay, so it's okay to do it as long as you're in office. It's okay to disrespect. It's just like how y'all say it's okay to disrespect a person when they're alive, but when they die, I'm supposed to now not say anything bad about them because they dead.
No, I disagree with that statement as well. I understand. I think you should keep the same energy. However, Melania, people are talking about the things that she is saying and believe that she cannot communicate very well, They talking about her whatever policy she's trying to
This
push.
woman speaks 7 languages.
What's that? Well, she had a documentary. People talk about those things, the things that she's actually doing currently. So, like,
somebody just said that she was a porn star. They can't pull up one porn she's been in, nor say she's seen one, and yet they have no problem saying that she was a porn star. That's what I mean. Y'all allow all kinds of dumb talk.
Saying that.
His name.
I don't know who's saying that.
No, his name is J_money2212. Like, again, what I'm saying is, a woman told me yesterday on Twitter. She said, "I 100% guarantee you're on the sex offender list."
Damn.
You 100% guarantee, and it was on a post in which I was talking about how easily black women lie and get people in trouble. So after saying she 100%, I would agree with it, because all she got to do then, since everybody know my name, is show it. But instead, she wants to say something that's not proof and then say it's 100% true. We play too much. People get to say too much stuff. Tommy, you stay with dumb talk, says Pop Out TV. Why would you say that? You stay with dumb talk. This is dumb. The people were just saying it. Somebody said she was on Playboy. That is not porn.
It's very close. Dr. Brother Noomsy.
Very close, unless you play on horseshoes.
Tommy Sotomayor, greats of all time, with the salute. Thank you so much, Brother Noomsy.
This person said, where am I lying? Stay talking. I wouldn't have to prove to you. It's like what that white boy said. That white boy said, if you say I stay talking dumb stuff, you need to say how I stay talking dumb stuff. You got to prove what you said. Negroes love just saying shit and not having any facts behind it. That's why it's so many lies being told on other blacks. But we supposed to think that whites are the racists. Ain't no whites going around lying on me. Negroes are.
I don't think Pop Out TV is a Negro. I think Pop Out TV is Caucasian.
Oh, whatever. And then this person, Tommy has a Hank Hill booty. What does that even mean? This person said, I have a Hank Hill booty. What does that mean? Y'all niggas are dumb. And y'all be like 40, 50, and 60 years old. Y'all just say dumb shit. One dumbass girl said Tommy got erectile dysfunction. Why would you say this? Why would you say this? These people are stupid. Y'all don't say anything. Y'all say the dumbest shit. What does that even mean?
Oh, my goodness.
It's insane.
Man. But I do believe he's a Caucasian male. I think so.
I don't know what it is. It's just random things. But if we do this, I gotta say this. That's why I respond the way I respond. Because if you say random shit, then don't get mad at somebody else for saying random shit. They tried to check what Austin Metcalf's father was saying. But wait a minute. Why does he have to tell the truth? Y'all didn't tell the truth about him. Y'all didn't tell the truth about his son. You just made up shit. So he should be able to make up shit. That's why he said, since they want me to be racist, let me say something racist. That's literally what he said. If you're going to keep fucking with me, why I can't fuck back with you? People get tired. Negroes should not be allowed to sit here and just lie on people, and it's okay. Because we joning.
But the issue with the whole, when Jeff said it, he didn't say it in no kind of joking manner. He didn't say it even in a sarcastic manner.
No,
he
yes,
meant
he did.
that shit.
No, he when he led up to it, he said, since this is what they're already calling me anyway, let me go ahead and let them hear what they say I'm going to say. That's what he said.
Nah,
that's why I don't like when people hear a clip and won't hear the whole thing. Watch the whole thing. And I don't care if he was racist. He got a right to be. You killed his son. And then y'all sit up there and send a bunch of money to the nigga who did it. Yes. Y'all are insane. You would hate white people if a white person killed your child and other white people turned around and gave them money.
So, however, the issue is with Jeff is that he tried to play in our faces and act as if he wanted to pray. He wanted to do all these.
He did, and y'all
things.
told him he couldn't come. He went up there. You said you took him away. You called him racist before the trial. Said he raised a racist son. You kept saying all these things about this man for 2 years.
I mean, why? I mean, we saying those things because first of all, where they at in Texas? That Collin County is known for a certain kind of lifestyle, and as we see how the court done moved in the way how it's moving, it seems like it might be true, and also that your own son was the one that broke your arm in a fight. So it shows a lot of it's a lot of things that is just very weird about.
That didn't make him racist. If he broke his own son, if he broke his own daddy's arm, that shows he's not racist. That shows he has a problem with anger. Not that he's racist. He did it to his own dad. By your logic,
right? It shows that he's very violent. That he's
but not
hurt his
racist.
own goddamn daddy. Right? That's fine. Right?
But not racist. But not racist. That would disprove his racism.
No. That doesn't. But what that proves is what I was showing was the violent part. So that was the violent part. So
but that's not what he was worried about. He was worried about you're calling him racist and then saying he raised racist sons. And then saying they deserve to be dead, that he deserved to be dead because of it. Don't then turn around and try to hold that man till he got to say something nice when y'all ain't tried to say nothing nice to him. Stop. That's not fair.
So the reason why they was calling the sons racist because supposedly I did not see it. But however, it was people saying that he did a whole bunch of different types of tweets and different kind of racist jokes and racist remarks within school lines, and he's been saying that he's been doing this, antagonizing Chud to build a style of human being within their neighborhood. Is what people were saying. I did not personally see it.
Because it would be all over the internet, and it's not.
People were saying these things about Austin.
These tweets, all of that would have been all over the internet before that. See, that's what I'm saying. So if I'm the father and you are father, you would know if you sat there and you had already had to deal with the loss of your child's life, and now it looks like an entire race is against you and your dead child. I don't like how y'all try to hold white people to be nicer than you're being. Okay, look, I ain't did shit to the niggas in your comment section. They ain't had no problem sitting up here talking shit to me. But I'm supposed to be nice in my reply.
Yes.
Y'all are expecting things that you don't give to other people.
Yes.
If it's a dead black child, we would not expect that father to be nice to the white people who were tweeting good for them.
Perfect. And the reason why is because we have not historically did anything to them as a race of people. And that is the difference. That's why it is not so detrimental when we say white boy versus they call us a boy, because it's some historical facts of discrimination when they calling us boy. That's a big difference. So you cannot compare. If some white man was in my house, I'm like, white boy, your ass is crazy. And he's like, well, boy, hey, it's up now.
I will tell you how that's a problem with that mentality.
Okay.
Because see, you are, as my song says, which you guys can go and download it on Bandcamp, called Resting on Somebody Else's Laurels. See, black folks always talking about how racist white people were in the past. They don't tell you how racist white people were to them. And it is not fair for you to constantly use what you read in a book, because you didn't see it yourself, nor did you experience it, to give yourself a pass to fuck with this generation of whites because you believe the past generation of whites were mean to some blacks that you might have been related to. That's unfair. I don't care where you're from. That's unfair for you to think that's okay. And you just said it was, that you can say what you want to a white person because that white person may have had people in their family that said something mean to blacks. So therefore, you should be able to say something mean to them. That's not right.
So the difference is, shout out to Dr. Brother Noopsy, greatest of all time. Oh, because I said great, I didn't fix your grammar. I appreciate that, Dr. Brother Noopsy. I appreciate you. He said, I'm going to correct it. So the reason why I disagree is that a lot of people, and even in this new generation, they can still hold on to all those
things that never happened to them.
Right. So they could hold on to those teachers and they could push it out in the new version of it. The new version of it is like this court case. The new version of it is thinking that you have the authority to tell me to move from a tent that I was invited in. All of those things is
do that to each other all the time.
Attitude, even Chud the Builder, he is somebody else, is that he is pushing a remedial rhetoric of that, they are better. Andrew Wilson, it seems like, at least on the video that we were just watching and trying to, it's like he was put on a version of that they are at a higher level. That is the issue. So when they are part of the new generation, they can still push forward those old racist, historical talking points, and that is the problem.
So you will name a Chud the Builder, but you won't name any black folks in neighborhoods that tell other black kids, if you wear the color blue, we gonna do something to you. You can't hang over here because whatever. We know schoolyard politics were literally to the point where you couldn't sit at a table and you were a new kid at the school and you didn't know shit. And them motherfuckers would tell you, you can't sit here. And it will sometimes be your color. It will sometimes be you being a nerd. It will sometimes be you're not a jock. This happened in school. Let's not try to act like it didn't. As a fucking point is, another dude by the name of Terrell Owens, he went to the middle of the Dallas Star and put a football down there and got hit by another grown man. Imagine him pulling out a gun because he said, "Don't touch me." There was in the NBA Finals, nigga tried to walk up to another nigga's huddle and got pushed out. He should have been able to stab him. This happens all over the United States of this America, to where if people come and do something, there are plenty of times where people say, we don't want you here. There are black people who say, there's black only proms and graduations in the United States right now. If whites did that, those whites would be called racist. That is stupid. They should be able to do it.
So no,
whites should be able to have their own basketball league if they want it, because blacks could if they want it. Whites should be able to have their own Miss America because what blacks have it. Whites should be able to have a WETV, white entertainment TV, and we should not complain. Why is it that a black woman can walk around in a blonde wig, but if a black woman can walk around in a blonde wig, but if a white woman walks around with box braids, she's cultural appropriating?
Well, so the problem is they already have a TV channel that say white TV. They just flipped the W upside down.
Name it.
MTV. They just flipped the W upside down.
It's all kind of niggas on them. Stop, nigga. Like, see that? There you go.
But Bo Derek, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of things that is just very strange. It's just some things that they that they used against us that is just historical that we just didn't use against them. So yes, technically by the word, we could be very prejudiced towards white folk, but we can't necessarily.
I'm just saying fair is fair. I don't believe in not being fair. You cannot. Because we keep saying what they used to do. The people who used to do it ain't alive, and the people who used to get it done to them ain't alive either. So why do we get to do that? I can't turn around and say your granddaddy owed me money. Your granddaddy owed my granddaddy some money. So nigga, you owe me. No, I don't.
Yes, you do. So no, we can't do that. So the reason why is because they passed that hatred down to a lot of these folks. It's slowly dying
so
out.
what debt has been passed down to you from your father?
You probably can see it now, right? We can see a lot more younger kids. They start to not have that same rhetoric. It's dying out a little bit, and they trying to hold on to what little bit they do have now. However, it's a lot of it been passed down from years, and they are trying their best to maintain and hold on.
Do you know who Emmett Till is? Do you know who Emmett Till is? I'm just asking.
Yes.
Have you ever experienced what Emmett Till felt when all he did was whistle? Have you yourself, since you're going to say these whites have passed this down, have you experienced a tenth of what he experienced for just whistling at a woman when you have married one?
Perfect. what I experienced is white folks lying on me. Yeah, so the same way how that white lady lied on that young black man, I have experienced it in meetings and getting contracts. All these white folks lying on me and saying that I did something that I did not do.
So if
and
it
I
was
could get-
wrong, hold on. So if it was a problem then, and you believed it was a real problem, why would you marry into that problem? Because if you believe it's a problem, that means it's a problem I can't get away from.
No, so I didn't marry into that problem because she's not American. That's number one.
She's still
number
white.
two. Number two, you know, in New York is a little bit different. It's not like how the South is. I didn't realize how deep of a problem it still was until
I slept with a lot of white girls in high school. I'm still alive. I'm not going to sit up here and disrespect the memory of Emmett Till and act like I went through anything close to what he went through. It is a shame that you're trying to find how went through what he went through and you didn't.
No. What I'm saying is
you
about
didn't
the
show
line.
him respect
What I'm
to
saying
say,
is about,
I have not went through that.
I got you with the whole. I understand that, but what I'm talking about is the lying part. How the lady lied.
That ain't what I'm talking about. The lie. Black people have lied on you. That is human nature. To say I've been lied on is to pretend blacks didn't. If blacks didn't, then I'd understand. If you tell me ain't no black folks lied on you.
The only black person that ever lied on me was the person that said Fatty called me and told me to take down.
Whatever. Nope. You've been lied on by black people. That's why you ain't married to no black woman. That's why. Because you've been lied on by a black person. You might not want to admit it, but all human beings, typically the people who lie to you the most are the ones in your proximity.
Oh, shit.
I have a child and I love my daughter to death. I've caught her in lies. Why would I sit up here and pretend that's just a white problem?
So, but the reason why it's a little different is when they doing it, they are doing it to be vicious. They're doing it to be hurtful.
So when black people are lying on you, they're being to be nice.
They are doing it to save face most of the time.
Okay, so Brian Banks, who spent 5.5 years in jail because a black woman lied and said he raped her. That wasn't vicious at all.
I don't know the case. I don't know the case.
Any case when you read a case of a black woman lying on a man and saying these children are his and she knew they weren't.
She wasn't lying.
These were soft lies. They were lies that the lie that happened the guy from New York who used to be in the Steve Harvey show, the black chick who lied and said he raped her, and that guy got popped and laid out, lost his life. He was Sterling Santana. Was that just a regular lie? What about the black girl who lied on the Duke lacrosse team? It's just a playful lie. Come on, man. Like you won't even admit that these lies are just bad. Why try to excuse them?
Hold on. Those are fair cases, and I was not talking about criminality when I said what I said. And those are fair cases to bring up. If that's what happened with those cases, those are fair to bring up to say that those people lied and it was very detrimental to another group of people. And
people lie is what we should agree on. People lie.
Yeah, I despise a lie. It doesn't matter who. However, but the issue. So now the issue is with their lying is different, right? Because they are lying like how we started it off not too long ago, maybe an hour ago, when we saying that those folks that was on the jury, they said, yeah, I can give a fair trial. That's the kind of lying they're doing, that they keep on holding that lie to make sure they could put us in a very bad position so we can get 35 years. They will lie on that level, and that is the issue that we are having in today's time. The last few that need to die out so racism can actually leave.
I just told you again, there are several cases in which black women have lied on black men and got them in jail. That's the same lie.
Those are horrible.
And for some odd reason,
it's not the same lie though.
No, how is it not? Guys, how is it not? How is it not? Please tell them how lying on a man and getting him put in prison of any race. How is that?
The difference is those people would not. It's not personal to them. They don't care what black person that they harm. Those lying women that you're talking about that just lied on black folks. They was doing it to. I don't know what's wrong with them.
They were doing it to a specific man. It was
personal.
personal.
Eval. But what I am going to say is that the people that lie about those type of situations, is something seriously wrong with those human beings, and they should be upheld to the full extent of the law for what they did to somebody's life. 100%.
Lie
But
is
these
a
other
lie, and I can't
people that
believe you're
just
finding.
lying for they are lying for any reason whatsoever, just to be a part of their race. That is a different kind of lying.
I just
and
can't
racism.
believe that we're having an argument about, oh, that person lied and that person ended up going to jail, but it's different than that lie that person told that person ended up going to jail. The result was the exact same, and yet we're going to say when white folks lie on us is worse than when a black person did it, because the white person did it out of racism and the black person did it out of mental instability. That is insane.
Absolutely, that's the difference. That's the difference.
Any of you black people out there that's ever been lied on, remember, Sharon said you must forgive them because they're just mentally unstable. They did not mean to hurt you. They were just, they were not trying to hurt you. It wasn't personal.
Hold on. Don't go too far.
You just said that.
I didn't say forgive anybody.
You said it's not personal. You said it is not personal.
No. Just because they got a mental problem doesn't mean they didn't personally try to hurt you. Hey, listen, that person definitely have a mental problem, but they wanted to hurt you just because you was that. The other person, that's a little bit different. That's all I'm saying. It's a little, it's wild, man.
Hey, look, like I give you credit. That's why you said that Mr. Fantastic folded, because you refused to fold. You are going down with the ship. You are Captain Smith on the Titanic. Why, everybody, you up there listening to them playing music while the ship is splitting in the middle. You are going down with the ship. Bro, you are somewhere, you will be in the Mariana Trench, still holding on to that ship. You are holding on. I got to give you credit for being able to do it. But man, this is some things like, I'm like Mr. Fantastic. I say, I can't go down with the ship like that. I think I'm going to get off on one of these boats. I think I'm gonna go. I think the ship is sinking. I'm not going to get in it. Let me go and get in one of these little boats.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! I will hold that line. I'm telling you. And we need a couple of more likes. We need 20 more likes, y'all. We almost at 100.
You know, you made my morning. I'm not as mad as you as I was before. Because the day I was mad, I said, don't say don't do that shit. I done had a great show with him. He let them people cuss me out, then got mad that his homeboy came up here all mad with his fat ass. He gonna sit up here and talk about something. I don't want you to come on to me show and all this stupid shit, and then keep on playing shows, posting shows with my face in it, because he know it gets more views than what he get by himself. And you're gonna sit there and make all these excuses of why, and then it still was ugly. And then he came back and apologized to the dude, but that meant I was right, and I was right the whole time. That what you did was wrong. It was. He came back and apologized. I was right. You know, when it was stupid to sit up here and tell this man he can't talk to me. Negroes is dumb. That's that man's own show. And he said, hey, he having a conversation with me. He didn't have a problem with sitting up there talking with what's his name? He didn't have a problem talking to Myron, and Myron called him all kind of names. Didn't have no problem with that. Crazy. That's called an opportunist. And he didn't shut his show down or shut it. No, he didn't. An opportunist is an opportunist. But I don't believe that an opportunist can then turn around and try to act like they have some type of moral compass. They do not. They'll do whatever it takes, and they don't mind pretending, making up beefs, and doing all kinds of stuff. Because again, me and that dude was having a regular conversation, and then that punk ass nigga decided to start dissing me after he'd been a fan of mine. He wouldn't even know how to talk if he wasn't listening to me for years. That's what hurts me the most. When I'm nothing but nice to these people. I don't bother these people. You say, why don't I invite Sharon to the super panel? He could come. I don't know how to get in contact with him. Unless Sharon is on his show, I don't know how to get in contact with him. But you are very welcome to come on my Tuesday super panel. It's a great show. You can come on and join it and have these discussions. Mine is very respectful. Like, there's not people up there cussing each other out and shit like that. We try to be real respectful because
ain't nobody ever respectful to my black ass, but I definitely try.
No, we're very respectful. What we try to do is have a discussion based upon the topic and the facts of that topic. So we're not going around trying to like, I don't encourage like sometimes when I watch Taz does a really good job. And then sometimes he doesn't. And you don't know what you're getting, but I understand on a lot of these panels, they love to see the beef. The beef is what turns them on, the arguing, the yelling, the not being able to hear each other and the cussing each other out. But I think, hey, I'm 50 years old. The last thing I need to do is fall out on one of these damn shows in the middle of the show and die. Because it's going to happen to somebody because everybody done recorded their whole life as much as we online. Yeah, the thing about it, as much as we online, somebody going in the middle of the show. And the last thing I want to do is do it because I'm arguing to just try and win an argument. I don't ever try to argue to win an argument. Well, my thing is if you're right, I don't mind conceding, as you stated, folding. I don't think there's anything wrong with folding. If a person's right, give them their credit. Give them the ability to be able to say, you know what, you made a point. Because I think at the end of a game, 1 point doesn't win that game. Several points are happening back and forth. Several things are there. There's momentum. There's ebbs and flows. And so to me in a conversation, I don't feel bad if I lose a point or at some point somebody says that's not true or that's not right. First off, when I'm having a discussion with people, I try not to say things that are factually incorrect. I will listen to someone that knows more than me. So if we're having a discussion, this person says, well, I'm a scientist and I actually did XYZ. I will stop and let them do this. Somebody said soccer. No. In soccer, it still wasn't. It was one goal. I said the point. The momentum shifted. The momentum went back and forth. It wasn't the one goal that even caused that game. It was everything that went involved in it. So you have to play the game out. And you remember, even when you win 1-0, the time had to go out. That's how you won. You didn't just score the goal and that was it. The time had to run out. So that's my point of how momentum can turn and things can change. Remember, if we went by early points, the Knicks would have been swept 4-0. But we couldn't go by early points. We had to let the game play out completely. And when the game played out completely, the Knicks came back and won 4 out of the 5 games in which they were losing all 5 of them. All 5 of them they were losing in the fourth quarter. That they were never leading until the end of the game. And that's what makes, to me, an argument fun. Like, if you beat me in 3 straight topics we were talking about, I still can come back. I was just not good on those, but it doesn't mean, I think the scary part about us as black people is we're so afraid because of this. Typically, when we tell somebody I'm sorry, we run into people who won't let it fucking go. So I ain't gonna never admit I'm sorry again because this nigga wouldn't let it go. So that the next time I get a chance to talk about what I'm sorry about, I'll be damned if I tell you I'm sorry because I know you ain't gonna let it go. So we'll do like Mr. Smith here and going down with the Titanic. We go, we got a boat. Nope, I'm good. So we are afraid of, because it's a sign, it's a sign of weakness to almost everybody today, and I think it's really ugly. We used to be able to say my bad. That was a phrase black folks love, my bad. When's the last time you heard that? We don't believe, we will justify wronging you. We will listen to you say, hey, you did something that wronged me. And we'll either come up with a way you wronged me first, hence you deserved it. I didn't know I wronged you, hence you don't deserve an apology. It's always something, and I get it because the fear is if I say I was wrong, I've seen too many people never let that shit go. If you've ever admitted you was wrong to somebody, it'd be 30 years later and they still bringing it up. You're like, damn, I should have never said I'm sorry if you gonna keep doing this. So I think we run that. So we run that to where we'd rather just stick with our guns and go down with that shit before we admit, hey, that might be a problem and I'm sorry. But I don't mind doing it because I listen. There's a lot of things I never was. I did not grow up rich. I did not grow up handsome. So when you didn't grow up rich and you didn't grow up handsome, you had to apologize for a lot of things. I did. So I got used to saying I'm sorry, and it doesn't bother me whenever people expect one. Like, I don't mind giving it to you. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. So if I'm saying, that's why no matter what I say on my videos, when I come to a show like this, I try my best to talk to the people, especially the ones who are offended. Like, I'm like, please understand, this was a video in which I did for 5 minutes. You didn't see or hear the entirety of what I was saying. If you would like, I will explain it. I don't mind explaining. I think it's a cool thing to be able to get people from not liking you to at least understanding you. Because if you think about what we started off talking about, we talked about the court case. And in the court case, we're supposed to be able to go in there, no matter what you thought about me before the case, hear me out is what we all want when we go in front of that jury. Just hear me out, hear the evidence out, at least be fair. But if you go by the way people are acting in the comment section and typically how people act on social media and in real life, have you noticed it's all about, I've made a preconceived notion of who you are, and it's never going to change. It's never going to change. I don't like you. I'm going to always not like you, and I want the other people. Here's what really hurts me about hate. Not that you hate me as a person. It's the fact that today hate has become a team sport. I can't hate you by myself. I got to hate you with a bunch of other motherfuckers. I need these other people to hate you too. I'll tell other people, why are you talking to Tommy? Because I don't like Tommy, so Tommy shouldn't be able to talk to you either. Well, that's insane. What is that? I thought we are family, and if we are family, we ain't supposed to. That is insane. That's childish. You don't like somebody, so what happens when you go back to liking them? I had a cousin who did that. She had us fight her boyfriend because she claimed he beat her up. 3 months later, Thanksgiving came around. Wow. Guess who was there?
Guess who's coming to dinner?
And now he's here, and then she got mad and said, we are mistreating him. Y'all shouldn't be mistreating him. Bitch, you just had us fight this nigga. He could have came in here and murdered us. Could he not? What if he was still mad about that? We didn't even know. And then you were mad at us for holding a grudge against him when we went and fought him for you. And after that happened in my life, I said, I will never do that again. I'm not going to hate somebody because you do. No matter how I feel about Tariq Nasheed, I ain't never told nobody else to not watch Tariq Nasheed. The words have never come out of my mouth. How is it that because I don't like this man, you're supposed to not like this man? That is crazy. If people should be able to simply say, I don't hate as a team sport. I hate by myself. I tell this nigga I don't like him. I hate you. I hate you. I'm talking to you, nigga.
Oh, Lord.
I hate you. Oh. I hate you, but I don't need us to hate you. Just me. West End Wave says he's blathering. Yes, bitch, nigga, and you listening. You know how good I am? Listen, Sharon's up here thinking about it right now. He's saying, that this nigga's good. He can just talk and talk. This motherfucker just has no, like there's no dead air with him. That's how Sharon felt so comfortable walking away. He's like, this nigga got it. Let me go. I didn't got to tell him I'll be back. He understood. I know how to run a show. Go ahead, go piss. Don't pee on your hands and wash your hands when you finish. I'll be here when you get back.
He's a nut, boy, I tell you.
But I do need to go ahead and get over there and go to these people. They waiting on me to do this damn show. I'm about to do a show actually about Michelle Obama and what the guy said. So, well, what's up? The Taz in the comment section. I don't know if you saw him. Taz done showed up.
Yeah, shout out to the GOAT.
But we're gonna talk about that, about what he said, the response that people are giving, and I'm going to explain how the black people being offended by that is over the top.
Where really?
Mm-hmm.
I might have to review that.
Review it. Walk right in, sit your black ass down. Come listen. Bro, I appreciate you for letting me come over here.
Yeah, I appreciate you for actually having a discussion.
Thank you so much.
All right. See you soon. Now I get to talk shit. Now I get to talk shit about him. He left. Hey, Gold, I see you was over there handling business. I was actually just reviewing you before Tommy came up and we started talking about the case, and we went, you know, me and Tommy could just talk. You feel me, Brownie? Now I can talk shit about him. You know what I'm saying? He left. I can talk shit now. Oh, shit. Oh, where we at with the likes? Shout out to my girl. Shout out to Dallas as well. Shout out to Dallas 221. Thank you so much, Dallas. Where we at with the damn likes? Where we I mean, we could get what y'all want to do. We could get back. We could get back to the review, or I could just open the panel for anybody that want to cuss me out. So I know y'all probably want to cuss me out. So y'all put a 1 in the chat to get back to the review. Put a 2 in the chat to open up the panel. It's okay, user. I understand. Like, I get it. You don't like Sharon. It's okay. You don't got to tell everybody else to be. Then Tommy just say, just because you don't like me, you don't got to tell everybody else not to like me. God damn it, user. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Just because you don't like, all right, we're going to, so 2, they said open it up. Ezekiel says open it up. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. That's for anybody that want to hit the link. What up, Eater Man? I was trying to get to the I was trying to get through this damn review, Eater Man. It was kind of crazy to me. So this is where we is at. All right, we're gonna get back to it. I did drop the link for anybody that want to join me.
Sense. Myron might not be. One second, let me finish. Myron might not be a hypocrite based on the definition. Myron might not be
no, not even by the definition.
Basic on no, but it's fine.
No, but wrong by the definition.
No, fantastic, but it's fine because I don't want to get on the game of semantics. Making another point. Let me finish, please. It's because y'all are going to.
Whole time, bro.
Wait, let me
the whole time. Like,
no, let me. Sir, respectfully. Let me finish.
Like,
and
you've
you
been
got it
the whole time, dude.
I know. Let me finish, and then you got it. You are a talker too. I don't care about the hypocritical. I don't care about the contradiction, but it's common sense that Myron is doing the rules for D, but not for me. He's pushing a higher standard to a 17-year-old and to everybody that is fighting over words, especially the N-word. And when people chuck the builder and when people are instigating other people, but then he comes on the stream and he says, if you say this one more time to me, I will do this to you. I don't care about the semantics. I don't care about the debate, bro. I care about the fact that Myron owes other people to a standard that he himself doesn't oblige. Except like he showed here.
He doesn't, and that's the claim that's in question. There's no standard he's holding other people to other than the standard he himself still believes. Even if he violated the standard. Do you fucking understand that?
Ask him the question.
He's too fucking stupid to understand it. Like, here's the thing, Andrew. These people are low IQ, bro. Like, yo, dude. Did I stab somebody in the fucking chest? Did I punch anybody?
That was crazy. Who you talking about? These people are low IQ. You talking about everybody else on the panel besides Andrew? Who was he talking about as low IQ? That was crazy work. Why your ass get off the camera? So what you at work on? What you doing? Your ass back on. Thank you, my brother.
I ain't been around in a minute, Saram. My bad.
What up with you? That was some crazy work to call them low IQ. That was crazy.
Yeah. But that's how they move, so I ain't surprised.
He said, you people are low IQ is some nasty work right there. Lord have mercy.
just rolled out like it was just normal conversation.
I didn't do it. Okay. So to say one thing.
1 second. Let him finish.
No, hold on, y'all. Let him finish, y'all.
Let him finish. He's fine. Let him finish. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know why this guy's jumping in here. This conversation doesn't concern him. Again, like I said before,
I don't like you.
I'm not. I don't give a fuck what you like. Shut the
Hey,
fuck
friends.
up.
Hey, it's the last time I'm saying. Let the.
Whoa.
Shout out to the GOAT. Hold on, do I gotta let me know if I have an echo, y'all? I'm not sure if I have an echo or not. It sounds like I'm hearing something revert back. Let me know if I have an echo, but shout out to the GOAT for jumping. He said, yeah, because I don't like your ass. That's kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of funny though. Shout out to the GOAT. He don't waste no goddamn time. Salute to that.
Person that is talking finish, y'all. We are going to.
Nigga, you still wear 2026. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, Myron, you are on YouTube, Myron. Come on, man. Myron, you are on YouTube.
This dude's talking crazy to me, man.
No, Myron. You see, you are on Myron.
Who's this guy?
No, Myron. Respectfully, you know that you are on YouTube. There's 13,000 people. No, Myron, there's 13 people literally streaming on YouTube, 13,000, and you are saying.
I'm on YouTube as well.
Marvin, but come on, man. You know the TOS. Don't do that shit, man.
Okay, well, he started with me. So it is what it is.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Go ahead, make a statement,
what I was
please.
saying.
I'm not going to argue
what I was saying is this. I'm not the one shooting people. I'm not the one stabbing anybody. I said something, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually doing it. So again, you're sitting here saying like, oh, look, you're being a hypocrite, blah, blah. Am I running around attacking people? No. Am I stabbing people in the chest? No. Am I shooting people? No. So it's not the same whatsoever. And then again, I love how you're removing all the context from what I was discussing, where I was telling you, I'm getting all these fucking death threats all the time. That's what I was also obviously including in what I'm saying. That factors into what I'm saying when I'm saying like, oh, if somebody comes up to me, calls me a murtad to my face, because I'm getting death threats from these guys all over the place. And anyone that criticizes Islam or any type of Muslims in New York City, they'll tell you, oh, they come up to you all the time. Andrew's gotten hundreds of death threats from these guys. So when I was saying, come up to my face and say that, okay, that's within the context of me getting hundreds, if not thousands, of death threats from these people. But am I going to run around and knock somebody out just for simply calling me a murtad and nothing else? No, bro, I'm going to walk away. I'm not the one doing all the fucking violence bullshit. I don't believe in it. Unless you have to defend yourself, like I said before, from some type of imminent injury or danger or loss of life or whatever. That's what it is. I carry a gun all the time. I'm not getting in shootouts. No, because I understand use of force and using it appropriately and not just attacking people because they piss you off with your feelings.
Sure. And thank you very much for calming yourself down and not calling us names, right?
No, your buddy Goat is the one that started the issues here.
No.
He just gave you props for calming it down. How you just jump right back into attacking the man? That was crazy.
It's called being triggered. That's all. He triggered.
God damn, GOAT. He trying to see the GOAT. All right, we're going to see how this turns out. All right, let's see how this goes.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Because you what? Hey, Tess, 1 second. You called us low IQ. You called us raw word. Like you being
because you're bringing up that's a low IQ thing to bring up that clip as if look, you're a hypocrite.
No, you just said he started it though.
No, you said he started. You changed it.
You're changing it, Myron. You said he started it.
No. The other dude, Goat, said some dumb shit.
No, but you started it.
No. This dude Goat said something about I don't like you or whatever. I was like, I'm not talking to you, so who cares?
After you say what you said.
Okay.
After you say what you said.
What did I say? That this is a low IQ comment?
Low IQ, our words, yes.
Yes, because you don't understand, okay? Because
Shut up. Shout out to Ali and Fatty holding that man accountable. You said something first, and then he responded. You cannot go to the person that responded and say that person is the one starting. No. And it's interesting that they have that mindset, because that's the same reason why they believe Carmelo is guilty. Even though other people came to Carmelo and started with him, they believe that Carmelo was the aggressor, and that's how they feel about a lot of us. That's the problem.
It's called do as I say, not as I do.
Right. That's the issue. It's crazy.
Over here, Andrew Tyson is trying to explain it to you a million
This is
times.
your
You just don't understand
entitlement
it.
showing.
You got this
Your
clip.
entitlement
You got this
showing
clip, and you're
again.
like, "Look, I got this guy." And it's like, bro, what is that supposed to prove? What is that supposed to prove? Am I running around punching people for calling me a mortal?
Hey,
I'm
Fatty,
not.
real slow, please. No, just Fat. I swear I'm not. Andrew keeps telling us Andrew keeps telling us to prove things. He made an assertion about you. You get to make an assertion, and nobody has to prove anything. You both don't have to prove it. So you called us low IQ just because you came up here and didn't like what we said. It was nothing about you having to prove it or us having to prove it. You just went straight to
understand what he was trying to explain.
Myron, you just came on our panel. Myron, you came on
anything.
Myron, you came on our panel for the first time and calling people low IQ. Can you prove that the people on this panel are low IQ? Did you prove it? Excuse me. No, excuse me. Did you? No. That's wrong what I said. See, I'm fixing what I said. Did you prove it before you said they're low IQ? Did you prove it? And then did Andrew ask you to prove it? The point is this. Every time y'all get into a disagreement with somebody, not you mostly, Andrew will do that. Prove it. But he doesn't have to prove it, and you don't have to prove it. That's the point that Fatty's trying to make as well, too. Y'all just making assertions and making statements that you don't have to prove, but you want the person that's speaking to you to prove it.
Man, that boy long-winded like a mug, but he was correct. I give him that. So they are bringing up statements that they was not forced to prove. This is why I was saying Mr. Fantastic was folding like a lawn chair. He didn't make him prove anything. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's okay to say, hey, maybe my argument is weak, but make him prove it. Don't just fold just because you think that he has some kind of authority or entitlement over you. God damn it, that's crazy. Be a man.
Sure.
And I was.
You think we could find another word besides folding? Because I know what you mean, but I'm not trying to tell you what to do either.
Why you don't like folded?
It's like it's really somebody caving. Like you caved in. Like somebody.
You feel like he caved in. He didn't get folded up. That's because, all right, I got you. I feel you.
And I was listening to the conversation before the whole Carmelo Anthony thing, right?
Sure.
So when I'm saying, because obviously, I was listening to what Andrew was saying, and he was trying to explain concepts to you guys. And then when this guy Fatty brings up that clip, and I was like, oh man, these people are hard to, they just don't understand shit. So when I'm saying low IQ, I mean as in.
That was nasty work. Damn, he said that Andrew is attempting to bring up concepts for y'all, and y'all ain't understanding these simple concepts. And then you bring up this clip. I'm starting to realize that y'all have low IQ because you're not understanding the context. That is nasty work right there. Let's see how he responds to that, because woo, that is some smoke for your ass right there.
Your legal analysis is low IQ. It's retarded. Your name should be Dr. Retard. And then for the guy Fatty, who I can't understand anything this motherfucker's saying because he's a foreigner, the reality is.
How you know what?
How he has the nerve to call somebody else a foreigner? Foreigner.
That's bold.
Foreigner. That was wild.
Kind of rich.
That was wild. Foreigner. Yo, unlikely. That shit was wild. Holy smokes, Batman. Man, that was crazy. And he cooked both of them on one breath. He called Ali stupid, and he said Ali is stupid, and he also said, Fally, I can't understand words you're saying because you're a foreigner. That is wild work right there. Goddamn.
And this
Myron.
is his first time coming on their show. Yeah, that's very crazy.
With the smoke, quick, fast, in a hurry. The amount of disrespect that he's trying to push out. Shout out to but I gotta give Fatty some props. He's keeping calm. He's trying to allow the show to happen, and hopefully he cook them. Let's see what happens.
But he gotta be like that with everybody now. You're not gonna sit here with somebody who just got here and he get this royal treatment, because that's very disrespectful. Fatty didn't put in a lot of work. His platform, he could have kicked that nigga out of there. I mean, my bad. I ain't mean to say that.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I think so far he's handled it pretty good though, because he's trying to bait Fatty and Ali to jump in the middle so he could try to make it seem like they don't want to let him talk. So good job, fellas.
You guys just don't understand certain concepts. Someone's got to come in and tell you.
You're a foreigner.
No, it's fine. Hey, stop. Hey, everybody.
Damn, he got Taz to jump. Slow down, Taz, goddammit. We know he's a foreigner. We know. Hold on. Taz said he ain't waiting. Taz want all the smoke. Quick, fast, in a hurry. You think Taz will ever make it to the Fresh and Fit podcast?
No.
Everybody stop. Hey, I can. Myron, 1 second. Myron, I accept that. Myron. Hey, Myron.
That's
no, Myron. Myron, 1 second.
Fucking retarded. Someone's got to tell
Myron,
you.
I accept it. Myron, I accept it, right?
You're fat. Who gives a fuck what you think?
I know, and you have a bald spot on your head like a halo. I know, we both have problems.
You
yes.
Sunglasses inside. No one understands what you're saying. You're a fucking foreign fat fuck. Nobody cares. You got no motion besides your stomach moving because you're fat as fuck. We got Dr. Retard in here. We got this nigga Goat who literally looks like a fucking dude that still wears South Pole in 2026. We got a bunch of chimpanzee.
Hey, at this point, he just entertaining that white boy. He doing that shit for the white boy.
God damn, that's crazy.
Ain't no
and Andrew
way.
just
Ain't no way.
Hey, and Andrew love it. Andrew is loving the
That's
fact
why
that
he keep going. He keep going because he definitely getting the praise and approval of who he looking for. Like, that's crazy.
Absolutely. Andrew is loving it, and Myron is performing for his man to them.
This is what I would call chimping out, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
I think this is one time where they probably should allow Mr. Fantastic to go ahead and roast. I don't really use it, but you know, this is probably one time they should have said, you know what, Fantastic, I think I gotta call you up.
Retards on here that don't understand basic.
You literally
concepts.
look like a monkey.
Hey, friends, it's fine. Hey, Myron, Myron, now 1 second.
Okay.
Myron,
and then we got
Myron, 1 second. Myron. Hey, Myron. No, Myron, I accept it. Hey, Myron.
You fucking losers.
Hey, Myron, I accept it. You know,
ridiculous.
Let me finish, please, Myron. I accept it. Myron, this is Myron.
You can't speak English, bro.
I
Nobody
know.
understands you. You can't even ask the question properly, you fat fucking
No,
retard.
it's
crazy
fine.
to me.
Myron,
Holy
let me.
shit.
Can I answer that? Can I
Even
reply?
a 5 IQ panel.
Sharon.
That is wow, boy. Dang.
Hey, yo, this 4-on-4 violence, yo. We gotta stop the violence, y'all. I need all my
The 4-on-4 violence? Nah, bruh.
We gotta stop.
Damn. That shit crazy though.
He hijacked that
God
panel.
damn.
I would say he hijacking that panel right now. He wanted to be his show.
I don't know if he's trying. What he is attempting to do, he's attempting to get kicked off. Like when somebody's acting this ridiculous,
yeah,
he's just attempting to get kicked off so he can say, "Oh, see, they didn't want to blah blah blah. I don't care." You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to find a way to force Fatty to overreact. That's what he's attempting to do. And Fatty's doing a good job, but everybody else gotta hold the line and not jump when he's trying to make them jump. Like that's what Myron is doing is like what a quarterback does when it's 4th and 1. It's he on the line act like he's he act like he's gonna really he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't gonna you ain't snapping that ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Myron is really doing right now. And Fatty's doing a good job of making sure everybody hold the line.
Okay.
As much as he can.
Yeah, I ain't seen
Can
that.
we are done?
You niggas over here. Stop it.
No, it's so let me answer, please. Let me answer, please. Okay, let me answer, please.
Ask your question, retard. What you got to say?
Okay, so Myron, you call us low IQ based on we don't know the law. I can have the highest IQ in whatever thing. Let me finish. You see, you let me finish. Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of me? Why are you afraid of me talking? Why are you afraid of me? Why are you afraid of me talking? Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of me talking?
Anyway.
Yeah, that was a good one right there.
Yeah, that was a good one. Again. That was a great clip to have on. Yeah, shout out to that. God damn. Hopefully we got to 100 likes by now. We've been here for 3 hours. That is crazy. We're not at 100 likes. Shout out to the people that actually support me.
Hit the like button.
Okay.
Why are you afraid of letting me talk?
Go ahead, fat boy. Go ahead, fat boy.
Okay. Okay. So, Myron. Okay. First, you didn't prove that we are low IQ because we can be. Well, let me finish. We can be very high IQ and know nothing about law. That's the first one, right? Since Andrew went to debate, we can be engineers, astronauts, do things that have high functioning level and not know nothing about law. So we not knowing the law doesn't make us low IQ. Second, I'm a foreigner. Totally fine. Piers Morgan is a foreigner and you were sucking his dick. Stephen Crowder is a foreigner and you were sucking his dick. Your motherfucking co-host is from Barbados and you were sucking his dick. So respectfully, silence. Silence.
That's a good argument. So that was a good argument. I like it. I like where he's going with that.
You could tell Fatty been to Fight Club. He fighting back. That's how you fight back.
Yeah, he fighting back good, and also like he also playing on the fact that it's a good thing you would because a lot of people say that Myron's a little fruity, so it's also a play on that as well. It's like it's a double entendre in real life. I don't know if he meant to do it, but it was a great way to introduce that without saying it, and also like you complain about him being a foreigner, but you rock with foreigners. You are a foreigner. The only thing that Myron can say is that they got a command of the English language better than Fatty, because Fatty cannot say words with H's to save his life.
Yeah, but see,
fucking engineer.
If somebody don't know these two people, but they watching the argument, Myron is arguing like somebody who don't know them, and he wants to be looking like he's the winner. So he's gonna say stuff that ain't as accurate, like that foreigner stuff. But it's like he definitely got those talking points from people who probably do him the same way he trying to do Fatty. And it don't make sense. Like, how are you talking like this? You've been getting beat up with this, obviously. You punch drunk, if you ask me.
Silence.
Fucking engineer.
I let you finish. You are going to let me finish. Silence.
You engineer calories.
Silence.
You engineer calories, fat boy.
Silence.
That's what you engineer.
Silence.
That's what you engineer.
Let's get silence, sir.
Silence. You're a fucking retarded monkey chimpanzee. Fuck. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm freezing to you niggas. Get the fuck out of here, bruh.
Yo, can I go?
Literally, that's what this is, bro.
Hey, friend.
I'm here. I'm the zookeeper to you
Can I
niggas.
go?
Okay, now, hey, friends, 1 second.
I ain't gonna lie. He probably it's kind of hard for him to recognize that he should let Fantastic go in the heat of the moment. But he probably should have let Fantastic go ahead and Fantastic probably would have turned up.
Yeah,
but I think he's still. But at the same time, I think he's doing a good job of trying to attempting to maintain.
Show, and he can't have
some
Fantastic over there saving him all the time, so he got to put his foot down. It's his show. He got to.
Yeah, salute to that. Fantastic was ready.
Everybody.
Hey, 1 second. I got you.
Niggas.
Hey, let me ask Andrew a question.
How you fucking dumbass, retarded racist niggas? Shut the fuck up, you chimpanzee retard.
Okay, thank you. No, everybody quiet. Everybody quiet.
Don't bite.
Everybody quiet. Don't bite.
Right, don't bite. That's a good, yeah.
Everybody quiet. Hey, Andrew, I want to ask you something, Andrew. Right? Andrew, please, can you unmute yourself? I have a question for you. Andrew.
All right.
Is Myron chimping out?
Ooh. That's a good way to flip it back.
That's what I was just saying. I would call that chimping out if you ask me, because he doing that for that white boy. He only doing that because the white boy laughed.
And one thing for sure, I know for a fact that Andrew Wilson, being a good, upstanding citizen that's always willing to tell the truth, he's going to tell the truth about someone and say, yes. His good friend, the Sand Brother is chimping out, and he's gonna call his Sand Brother a monkey.
Myron showing the behavior that he complains about the black community every day by not having impulse control, calling people names that didn't call him names, calling people down, calling people obtuse. Don't chimp out. Don't chimp out, sir. Don't chimp out, sir.
No, you're an orangutan.
I accept it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Right.
Yes. So now, Andrew, is Myron displaying the behavior that he complains about every day on his panel by chimping out right now? What's your opinion? What's your opinion, Andrew? I really want to know about this, Andrew.
We're just clowning y'all niggas. You guys are fucking idiots.
No, it's fine. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
You can barely speak English.
I know. I know.
You literally have titties. You're wearing sunglasses indoors.
That's crazy. And then he tried to laugh. That's wild. That is wild. Bubba, be quiet with your. We don't care about that fact. Keep that one. We know what he meant, though. Bubba.
I know. I know.
Andrew, are you co-signing Myron?
No, we are going to let Andrew.
Why is the woman talking? Be in the kitchen, bitch. Get the fuck.
Wow. That was crazy. That is insanity. The way how they be trying to trigger people is wild. And I think a lot of people are going to be able to recognize that now. Like, that is wild. Tammy, you are missing a lot right now. Because that is just insanity what he just said. That was crazy. I can't even replay it because that was so crazy.
Out here.
Hey, bro, can I go?
Wait, just one.
Can I please?
He being the nigga that he's talking about. He being the nigga that he's talking about. He show how bad he is. Look at
Why y'all won't let me go?
Now it's because we want Andrew to answer the question: is Myron chimping out?
No, he came into.
Why?
Wow.
Okay, fried chicken connoisseur.
Do you want me to give you?
Wow. And then he called him a fried chicken connoisseur. Which is great. That is crazy. No, the reason why what the audience, the chat versus the people that's on the panel, he's talking to somebody that's on the panel. He's speaking to them personally. Me and you was having a one-on-one conversation. So you cannot compare Myron having a conversation. I don't even know what to call it, because this is not a discussion at this point. This is just Myron being ridiculous until he get kicked off the panel. That's what this is. And then now Andrew's co-signing it by saying no. He's trying, like, Andrew, are you actually saying that Myron's attempted to have a discussion, but everybody's just too low IQ to have it? That is wild. That is wild. He is talking to that man personally. It's not the same as a chatter. Like it was somebody that was in my chat disrespecting me, Tommy. I didn't pay him no attention. People be disrespectful to me in my own chat. They tell me F Sharon and all types of shit in my own chat. So it's not the same when you are personally on the panel and you talking shit to somebody. It's completely different. So it's people in my chat having been completely disrespectful towards me. So it's not the same.
The explanation? I'll give you the explanation.
Yes, and by the way, Andrew, I wonder why you were so upset when somebody broke the TOS a couple of minutes ago by saying something that they shouldn't. And these men literally are going to make us private this shit and kind of edit and all this. And you are smiling and laughing, knowing that this can jeopardize all the channels, but it's fine, right?
Okay, so
totally fine.
do you want me to give a defense here? I'll give you the defense. So,
I want you to explain to me why is he not chimping out when he didn't do nothing to this man? We did nothing but nice to this man.
First and foremost, right? I don't want the TOS broken, obviously. I can't help that shit's funny though, and I'm gonna laugh at it. Okay, a lot of you guys want to laugh right now too. Like, look at Mr. Fantastic. He thinks some of this.
Oh
shit's
no,
funny.
trust me. I'm the one who should be talking to everybody wants to laugh, but I'm just
Yeah, it's just funny. Okay, some of the shit's funny. What do you want me to do? I can't help but I laugh at. Anyway, no, he came in.
Yeah, nobody thought it was funny, bro. Nobody thought it was funny, Andrew. Only you and him think it's funny. That is it. Nobody else.
How much he's breathing, bro.
Myron is dead wrong for over talking and trying to get kicked off. Dead wrong.
This dude's taking 7 breaths for my one. This nigga's fat as fuck. Bro,
Myron
why are you breathing all our air, bro?
4v1.
Like what?
I point out to you, he's not in a violation. No contradiction.
Like if that was somebody else trying to talk while Andrew was talking, he would have wilded on him. That's what Andrew usually do. When somebody's trying to talk while he's talking, he be wilding on him. But now, because that's his friend, he's trying to act like he don't hear it. That's crazy to me.
There's no nothing. You won't engage with that. The gentleman below me, Dr. Ilkins, Ali says, well, wait a second.
Not Dr. Ilkins. He don't got no damn S on his name, Andrew. You know damn well he ain't got no S on his damn name. Ilkins.
And Andrew doesn't have to demonstrate or show evidence for a claim, but that's exactly what I did by showing you how there's no contradiction, anything like this. I'm walking you through what's called a logical claim, giving it to you in premise form, showing you that's evidence.
Bro, he's Dr. Retard, Andrew. You can't read this guy is Dr. Retard.
You didn't answer his question.
You can't take these people seriously. Dr.
And we're not going to, and we're going to show the demonstration. We haven't disrespected anybody on the panel. He's been the disrespectful one. He's actually.
Ali, check the DMs. No, hey, one second. Ali, check the DMs. Hey, one second. One second. No, hey, 1 second. Hey, Andrew. You know what? You know why I know that Ali's right? Because when Tez was calling you white boy and all these things, we literally stopped it and said, let's not make this racial. Let's not go. Let's talk about the argument because both of y'all seem informed. Myron, since the moment he got here until now,
bro,
he's not having no argument, no nothing.
And you know what it is, Fatty?
Ali, check the message.
And that's true. So at the moment, from what I've been hearing since we've been playing the Myron part, he has not made an argument yet. He's actually the one that is showing the low IQ by not having a discussion on the actual topic, not presenting no kind of argument. He's just repeating the same joke over and over again. We got it. He's an orangutan. He's a fat foreigner. We get it. FF. We ain't talking about Fendi. He's a fat foreigner. We get it. Let's move on now. He accepted the insults. He is attempting to move on. Have some high IQ and move on, Myron. That is insane to me that you are that. But you know that shows that he's attempting to show disrespect, but he's not realizing how crazy he actually looks. And I think most people don't realize how crazy they actually look when they do stuff like this. Because he really believed that he's cooking Fatty and he's being very disrespectful to Fatty and all these other things, which he is being disrespectful, but it makes him look incredibly stupid. And you know, we get it. His type of fans and Andrew fans are just gonna not tell the truth, like how Andrew did not tell the truth. So as long as Andrew's not going to tell the truth and say that Myron is doing all these wrong things,
It's not. I got you.
A basic
but
argument,
but the real
fucking dumb. We got Dr. Retard talking.
I hear you, Fatty. The real thing is when they do counterintelligence, he has to act like this. They don't act like this to people they really think is stupid.
If you're gonna mute Myron,
hey, Andrew, he's literally talking.
Myron,
he's literally y'all. Right, look at
y'all gone.
Look at if y'all both gonna go then, because y'all when you.
This is Sparta.
They don't.
Hey. Hey, he kicked the big dogs off because they didn't like the fact that they was being ridiculous when they finally had to use the mute button. And then now you feel like now the terms of this is what it is, right? So now that Fatty or Ali, whoever used it finally, They finally used the mute button, and then now that's going to be the next argument. You said in the terms of service that you was never going to use the mute button. You're not muting nobody. But we can't have a show if you just keep on talking over everybody. We're supposed to allow everybody to have their point of view and stop talking over everybody. And he was just about to have the argument that, oh, now you muting everybody. That's breaking the terms of service. What? That's crazy. And they think that that was crazy.
They don't
That's
do
the
this
only
with low,
answer. If y'all going, you're going. That's the only answer.
They don't do that with low IQ people. They'll let low IQ people talk themselves into the grave. When they're talking to people who have intelligence and can counter their responses, they always got to do this dumb debate bro stuff. And then they got to actually throw that homonyms and demonstrate they're the racist that they're talking about. Nobody was racist towards them. Nobody insulted him.
Everybody was calm and collected and all that. Monkey, chimp, and fantastic. I know you're laughing.
Let me have it, bro.
No, fantastic. You know YouTube is not playing, man. You know.
Well,
Daddy, address it before they leave, though. Address it before they leave if they follow in a cult. These people call black people niggas. They call black people ignorant and stupid, while a black person who's supposed to be the representation of a high IQ and high value man comes in and calls black people niggas himself. And Andrew says, no, he's not doing nothing. He's not doing nothing wrong. Like, he's a foreigner himself, but he's foreigner. No, he's supposed to be half black, but he's a foreigner too, disrespecting the foreigner at the same time. He's showcasing the exact behaviors they're against, while everybody was respectful to him on the panel. So their co-followers, their fans can see exactly what happened. We had a civil conversation. He went what they call chimp or acting like a nigga. He went niggered out. He acted like a nigga. Nobody on here acted like a nigga, but the nigga who came on the panel.
And Elkanah Ali, you owe me about like $30 for all the N words you just used. God damn. God damn. That was wild. Shout out to everybody that don't have it and they got me on Friday. I'm going to hold all of y'all to it. That's right. Everybody that didn't and you said you got me on Friday, I'm going to hold you to it. That's right. I know exactly who you are too. The cursor jar is absolutely 100% full today.
Are you doing a Juneteenth stream or anything?
Huh?
Are you doing a stream for Juneteenth?
You can't hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You kind of low though.
Damn, maybe these earbuds. Are you doing a stream for Juneteenth?
Am I what? Because you're low now. I can barely hear you though.
Juneteenth. Are you doing a stream for Juneteenth?
Am I doing a stream for Juneteenth? Is what you asked?
Right. Yeah.
I might.
Okay.
You want me to?
You know, I didn't know if you planned one or not. I just wanted to ask. That's all.
All right. Yeah, I might do one since it's gonna be, I'll be doing early in the morning. Shout out to Miss J. Corinne Mackey, I don't get paid till Friday. Oh, sheesh. Man, that was a wild stream right there. God dang. That was wild. I can't, but I'm surprised that Myron acted the way how he acted. That was stupid. Crazy. But I mean, I guess we're gonna get up out of here early today since I got all my thoughts out.
All right, bro.
I dropped the link. Nobody want to have a conversation with me, so Shout out to Miss Corinne Mac. I got $1 for you. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate you always holding me down. What's your thoughts on today's show, OZ? Damn. Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Deuces, y'all. See y'all later. That's probably right. They might be. Absolutely. Salute to the parade. Shout out to the New York Knicks. That's why I'm wearing the colors today. Salute to the New York Knicks. We did it. Woof, woof. It's about time. 53 years. Man, I'm glad I was able to witness it. So salute to that. And we'll see y'all mañana.
Nothing wrong with being. Let me